The following is a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports. It's time for Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Oahe Capitals are brought to you by Wagner Auto, Herman's and Endodontics, Leisure Palace Pools and Spas, and Xander Auto Parts.
Good toe drag, Will with a shot, he scores! Jared Beck on the power play, and the Caps lead at 1-0. 11:56 to go in the first period.
And also by the Clubhouse Inn and Suites, Beck Motor Company, Brittany Scheffelbein American Family Insurance, and AirTech Heating and Cooling.
Behind the net, the Caps have another time. There's a backhand in front. It goes in! Ashton Grease scores. What a pass from Jared Beck. Ashton Grease gets the goal, and the Caps lead it 2-1.
Oahe Capitals hockey is also brought to you by Weatherall, Pure Dental Clinic, the Governor's Inn, and Ferding Electric.
Now a 2-on-1 for the Capitals. Matheson is back, Sanderson and Hudsley. Sanderson in, his shot, he scores! Sanderson scores both overtime winners for the Capitals this season, and they win it 5-4.
And now to the call of the game, here's the voice of the Capitals, John Winkler.
And a good evening as we welcome you here to Watertown as the Oahe Capitals and the Watertown Lakers play for the second time of this season as the Caps Lakers down to their final games of the regular season. The Caps will finish off the season tomorrow, and the Lakers are finishing their season here tonight, and they need a point to clinch a playoff spot. Otherwise, they get a little bit of help, but it is John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd here this evening. And Jim, it's good to have you on the broadcast again, or let me be in the broadcast with you here tonight. But it's a special night here for the two of us and for Watertown specifically with Jeff Anderson night. We're really looking forward to seeing Jeff on the ice here in just a little bit.
Yeah, it's Jeff Anderson night here at the George Mace Ice Arena. And when you say Jeff Anderson, you say Watertown Laker hockey. Been doing it a long, long time. He's been proud to be the voice of the Lakers for 30 years.
Yeah,
he's been in broadcasting for 40 years, maybe 20 years as a Laker, voice of the Lakers. It's unreal, and he's the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
And he taught me everything I know or don't know.
I'll say some things are good, some things are bad.
That's right. No, that's right.
But he will honor him. They'll honor him here tonight. We'll get a chance to get some video down there like we did with senior night. If you watched the Capitals game last Saturday or last Sunday for the senior recognition, last Saturday for the senior recognition, we'll have a camera down there as well for those that are tuning in from Watertown here on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. And want to take that reminder too quick that we're your home for the state tournament. Capital City Rock Sports on YouTube. You can catch all those games, all 11 games of the girls state hockey tournament starting next Friday, and the boys state hockey tournament the following Friday. Starting those Fridays, you can catch all 22 of those games right here on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
And we're going to talk a little bit about state tournaments, of course, through the broadcast.
Yeah.
And it's hard to believe it's state tournament time already.
We said last couple weeks ago we were a month away from the state semifinals of the girls tournament. Now we are a week away from the state semifinals of the girls tournament. So that just tells you how close we are now to these state tournaments.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Both of these teams, of course, the Lakers are hoping to be in that state tournament. They need a little help. Could use a point here tonight. But Oahe Capitals, of course, they're in. They're going to go in at a pretty nice seed. And, it's state tournament time.
Yeah.
Let's get this regular season over. We got a little ways to go here, and we're in tourney time.
So right now, if the Watertown Lakers get a point tonight, they clinch a spot into the playoffs. If they don't get a point tonight, they need Sioux Center to lose or go to overtime with Sioux Falls 2. If Sioux Falls 2 wins or just goes to overtime, the Lakers will be in the state tournament. If Sioux Center would win in regulation, then the most likely scenario is, and without barring something else that's kind of go crazy, that Sioux Center would be in, Sioux Falls will be in, and Watertown would be out.
It's always a puzzle this time of year, and we've been actually talking about that for the last 3 or 4 weeks. It's been a puzzle as far as the standings and who gets in and who gets out. And we see Jeff Anderson on the Zamboni right now.
I was going to say, we're going to zoom in here a little bit and get you Jeff Anderson on YouTube. He is getting to ride the Zamboni. It does not happen very often, but Jeff Anderson gets a little bit of a ride, and the crowd, the student section is enjoying Jeff Anderson riding the Zamboni as well.
Yeah, it's something. Jeff has always loved the Zamboni, and he's taking a ride here on Jeff Anderson night here at the George Mace Ice Arena. And what a Watertown Laker he's been for so long, as he comes by the Reliabank booth with a big wave, and it sure is good to see him on the Zamboni in here tonight. Maureen and Jeff tonight will be dropping the ceremonial puck, as Jeff has announced 2,199 sports events in his career, which is unheard of, John Winkler. You can't even imagine doing that many games, and he kept track of them all. That's an accurate number.
That is wild to have that accurate number, because you think about just starting and like, oh, I've done about 10, 15 games, and you get kind of lose track after a while. He didn't lose track. He knew exactly how many he's done, and it's going to be fun. He's going to join us in the booth here at some point tonight. Hopefully we get him on the call for a little bit longer than a couple minutes that he says he's going to do. I think once he gets going, he's not going to want to stop, so which is fine by us.
Yeah, when he gets on, it's probably going to be somewhere in the second period. When he gets on, we're going to let Jeff announce this game as long as he possibly wants to.
That's
until
right.
He takes the headphones off.
He did say he was going to as long as he wants, so I said, okay, you're doing the whole game then. And he did not. He didn't agree to that, though.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he does keep on going.
I think so. He doesn't say he's going to, but I think he's gonna do quite a bit. We're in for a treat tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, the game itself is going to be a good one between the Caps and Lakers, but we're excited to have a lot of fun and bring Jeff up here one more time, because the three of us back in 2021 got all the girls' state tournament games, all the boys' state tournament games for the first time that we were able to do all of that, and then we did it again last year. We're doing it again this year, but this year it's going to be a little bit different with just the two of us. But we're excited to bring him back one more time and enjoy one last game together with the three amigos.
Yeah, and I think back about that, John, when we did start doing that, and I think Jeff always had a lot to teach both of us.
Yeah.
All the time. He's a true professional, of course, in the field, and you just learn so much from him, and he's one of those guys you just want to be around.
Oh, yeah.
When he's up in the booth or when you take the headphones off, he's just the guy. He's got a wealth of knowledge and loves sports. He just watches every sport known to man, and I think besides college Gopher hockey, I think the Watertown Lakers is probably his favorite sport and team.
Well, he's going to get both of them tonight, because he was watching Minnesota. We were talking some Gopher hockey before when we were going over there, and a little bit before we got on the air. So he watched some Gopher hockey today. Now he's going to watch some Watertown Laker hockey.
And we'll have to make sure we ask him how the Gophers are doing, because that'll get him going.
That's right. Then he won't stop calling the game.
Then he won't stop.
It'll be perfect. We got a perfect game plan for him. Watertown Lakers and the Hawaii Capitals coming up here in just a little bit. We'll step aside. We'll come back with the first intermission, or with our first of our pregame break. You're listening to Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock, KSDR, and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Wagner Auto Company is your complete transportation headquarters. Now is the time to order your new Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles, plus a good selection of quality pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles. They'll take care of you after the sale with a full-service parts and auto body shop with trained technicians, along with a friendly financing team that'll work with you to find the best deal and one that'll fit your budget. Wagner Auto is your local full-service family-owned dealership for over 115 years. WagnerAuto.com. That's WagnerAuto.com.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the capital city area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre, or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Caps!
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
The Governor's Inn wants to remind you of the meeting space they have available. It's good for business meetings, birthday parties, retirement parties, graduation parties, family reunions, vendor fairs, and holiday parties. Amenities at the Governor's Inn include a continental breakfast, a pool, a hot tub, Wi-Fi, and newly remodeled rooms. Call direct to book your reservation today at 605-224-4200 or stop in to 700 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. That's 605-224-4200 or 700 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Hi, this is Andre Carbonell, assistant captain for the Oahe Capitals, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Back here to the Watertown Mace Arena as the White Capitals and the Watertown Lakers getting set for a puck drop here in just a little bit. Side Jim Lloyd, but joining us right now.
It's great to have you. Thank you for coming all the way from Pierre.
Oh yeah,
this is a great night, a great tribute. I appreciate it very much on both you guys. You know, it's great working with you. It has been for the last several years, and I've kind of missed it this year. But I've caught a few of your games on streaming and things like that, and a few of Jim's.
I was going to say, have you listened to more of mine than Jim's?
Well, probably more of yours than him.
I don't blame you.
The funny thing is, the very first night they had a game here, it was with Mitchell. They did the girls in the afternoon, you and Lucas, Deutsch. And, of course, I listened in for a little bit, and then I listened to the boys. I go, they got it made in the shade. Everything's perfect. Everything we've worked on for the last 3-4 years, they know what's going on. They don't need me anymore. I was very satisfied when I turned it over and I said it's in great hands, and I felt that way all year long.
Well, we appreciate that, but I mean, you've also been a very good teacher to me, of course, and you pretty much took me under your wing and showed me how to do what you do. And it's some pretty big shoes that I would ever have to live up to. But looking back now that you say that, Jeff, I probably should have been very poor at it the first game, because then you would have come back.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
I don't want to put you into retirement.
People don't realize how difficult it is to do hockey, and you guys both do a great job.
I appreciate that.
When you're keeping up with all the players and everything that's going on the ice, you guys do a great job. Hockey's a tough gig to do, and you both do a great job at it.
Well, you told me that early on, that if you can do hockey, you can do any sport.
You can, yes. I firmly believe that, and I think that hockey's a great sport to start with, because if you get through that, you can do anything. But and some people think baseball is the toughest sport to do, but I think that's kind of fun. Only because when you've gotten through going through the whole season of doing football, basketball, hockey, baseball, so much more relaxed, and usually you've had a break between hockey and baseball, and so when you get back into it, it's kind of nice to start out a little bit on the slow side and kind of work your way up to it, so to speak.
After hockey season, everything starts to slow down a little bit more, because you got a little bit into basketball, then you go into baseball, then you start to pick it back up as you go a little bit farther along and get back into hockey season again.
So tell us a little bit, Jeff, all the years. Kind of take us from the beginning, if you would, real quickly, and how we've kind of come to where we are.
Well, it's been I think, if I actually retired, if you will, in 2015, 1st of April. So that's always my start as far as the next year for retirement. But I started out back in 73, 74, I guess it was, doing basketball. I remember doing a basketball tournament. Everything that at that time was played in Sioux Falls. you'd have the A and the B.
Yep.
And I remember going to a game the first year, and I got to do about 5 or 10. That was kind of a novelty, you know. Next year, I think I did 10 the first year, and I did about 5 the second year. And I thought, if I'm going to get any good at this, I've got to do a few more games than this. Well, and then, of course, I went to Grand Rapids, and I think I did 60-some games the first year. But I had a guy up there that was really good, Jim Solitaire. He was my guy that did hockey with me, and he knew everybody. So when we get to in between periods, he'd do all the interviews and stuff like that because he knew everybody. So it was great.
Yeah.
And so I was up there for a couple of years, and I had an offer to come back and double my salary to come back to Madison. So I did, and I was there for 15 years, and I came up here in '95.
And so how long have you done Laker games?
Laker games since about '96, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. And the voice of the Lakers.
Yeah, and I don't know that they had too many people that did Lakers. I think probably Todd did a few games. He and David J. Law did a few, and I'm not sure how many. And I think about '96 we started doing about maybe 5-10 games a year at the most. So
well, that's
it's
been a long time for you in the games. My gosh, how many games you've done.
And then the interesting part was when I retired in 2015, I actually had 2 years off, and I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then the boss called me up one day, my former boss, called me up on a Thursday and said, could you do a hockey game for us tomorrow night? And I go, when are we going to wait and tell me? You know?
Yep.
And so then I said, okay, well then 1 turned into 9.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you came along and we turned that
and
into
then
way more than that.
Yeah, we did a lot of, for a while there.
Yeah.
Okay, so before you go down on the ice, why don't you...
I've been practicing this puck drop.
Have you?
Oh, for a week.
But take a couple minutes and just talk a little bit about what the life of your wife is as of an announcer.
Well, we were talking the other day about that in terms of, I think it's about just shy of 2,200 games. So she said to me, you mean that's how many nights I've been free?
Yeah.
Or you've been gone? And I go, yeah, that's about right. And of course, when you do things like that, people also don't realize sometimes that you're gone for some of your kids' events and things like that.
Friday nights and Saturday nights. That's when it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Or Tuesday nights, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So thank goodness she's a strong person, and she did a great job at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, she gets most of the credit for raising the 2 kids we have.
Yeah. Well, you'll meet up with your wife now because you got to go drop the puck.
Yeah, I
All
guess
right.
so.
Jeff Anderson's going to go drop the puck.
Hey.
Thank you. This will be fun. Hopefully I don't mess it up too bad.
Come see us.
All right, Jeff Anderson heading down. Apologize, we got technical difficulties going on right now on our YouTube feed. So we're trying to get that rectified, but I'm not really sure if that's going to work so well for us. Let's see here if I can get this.
Well, we're gonna do the best you can. If we don't have that YouTube, stay tuned because we're gonna paint a picture for you tonight, regardless of what the YouTube is doing.
So we will at least get it going at some points here, but it might be a little bit. So hopefully we can get Jeff Anderson going. We can get that before the YouTube stops on us, because we'd love to see Jeff Anderson drop the puck, but unfortunately right now we've got ourselves a little bit of some technical difficulties trying to get it get back up to going. But I gotta drop the microphone down here, I think.
Yeah.
So if we can get that microphone down there.
And it's Jeff Anderson night. Jeff and Maureen Anderson will drop the puck here at the George Mace Ice Arena. 40 years of sports broadcasting for Jeff Anderson. 2,199 games.
this time, we have a very special ceremonial puck drop tonight. Tonight, please help us welcome to the ice Jeff Anderson and his wife Marie for the ceremonial puck drop. Let's hear it for him. Jeff has been doing play-by-play broadcasting for over 40 years, and we have been lucky enough to have him for many of those years, and he is the voice of the Lakers. Tonight, Jeff will be signing on for his 2,199th and final game on the air. He's been keeping track, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Anderson. Jeff Anderson, thank you for all that you have supported for Watertown hockey, and over the years you'll be greatly missed. We hope you enjoy your official retirement, and we would still love to see you around the rink. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Anderson. Let's hear it for him. 40 years.
That was pretty good, wasn't it? He did a pretty good job.
Yeah, he said he's been practicing that puck drop.
Oh, that's yours.
So yeah, that's a fitting tribute to Jeff Anderson, and sometimes you wonder if it's even enough, but Jeff Anderson being honored here tonight for 40 years of sports broadcasting, and of course the voice of the Watertown Lakers for many, many years. We appreciate everything he's done for the Lakers and for broadcasting in general.
So we're going to still try and get this all rectified here before we get ourselves going again. But Jim Lloyd's going to do the play-by-play with the starting lineups going right now.
Final game here for the Watertown Lakers this year. There's 8 seniors out on this rink tonight that are going to be playing in the George Mace Ice Arena for the last time. And the seniors will be introduced for the Watertown Lakers.
Number 16, Jacob Riefenberger. And that defense, number 22, Grayson Bowley. Number 32, Ethan Scott. And number 27, Wyatt Scott. And in that, let's hear it for number 20, Caleb Schmaltz.
8 seniors, as we said, with the Watertown Lakers. Those guys will be missed in their final game tonight in the George Mace Ice Arena. Oahe Capitals are in town tonight for this final game in this arena for boys hockey. In terms of the state tournament, you're probably talking about a 4 and an 8 seed. Watertown Lakers sitting in 8th right now, and of course the Oahe Capitals are in 4th. So an important game for, of course, the Watertown Lakers. They need to win this game to secure the fact that they're going to go to the state tournament. Now, if they lose this game, you might need a little, there might be a few happenings that happen, and there's a chance they could not make the tournament. So, as it looks right now, Colin Lee's in the goal for the Oahe Capitals. He's going to stop 90% of them. He's done it all year. And Caleb Schmaltz, he's going to stop 81% of those. So as the stats go, this is a 5-2 game, right?
Yeah, it is. And the interesting thing about this is Colin Lee has a 2.30 goals against average. He's not in the top 10.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
A lot of good goaltending around the state.
Exactly. Yeah, 90.7%, 91% save percentage. That's pretty remarkable.
So the George Mace Ice Arena is bouncing one more time for boys varsity hockey, and it's going to be Workus going to take that drop the puck against Carbonell, and the puck is down, and the Watertown Lakers going to control that. As now the Oahe Capitals are going to get up through the zone and go move into the offensive zone. That's Dodson pitching it up and can't quite get the long stretch pass to his brother, Devin. Brothers on this second line.
Yeah, you got Carbonell, and he's got a Dodson on each side of it.
Dodson on both sides.
How could it get any better than that?
That line was pretty good when we went out to Pier here a couple weeks ago. Those guys play pretty well together. Of course, you can't teach brothers. We've faced off in the Lakers' offensive goal, and here this one comes down all the way down to the far end, right in front of Caleb Schmaltz, where the Oahe Capitals are going to try to set up some offense. Now it comes out, and we're going to have a rush here as Knopf. Knopf's going to be one-on-one with the goal, and he scores. That's Wyatt Knopf's going to take that one right off the blue line and going to race all the way down, and he's going to beat Colin Lee at 16:31. He's going to get this game 1-0 Watertown Lakers.
It's his third goal of the year and 29 seconds in.
You like to see that one if you're a Watertown Laker.
Oh, you do.
Well, and Corbin Beestrom was the one that just barely misplayed that puck enough for Wyatt Knopf to go the other way.
Boy, sometimes it doesn't take much, and we are going to face off right away, and that's won by the Lakers, and it's going to be turned around there by Dodson again. They're going to try to get it offensive zone. Can't quite do it. Bramer's going to try to find it in the far corner. Here comes Evans. Evans going to try to get it to Bramer. Bramer kicks it amongst his feet. Now it comes off for the glass. Bramer holding it in on the far side. Over to Evans. Evans going to look all the way across the fold. He can't quite get there, and that one's intercepted by the Oahe Capitals, and that's Johnny Lyons. Johnny Lyons is going to take it in 1-on-5 all by himself. Try to get it out to a roommate, or to a teammate, not a roommate, a teammate.
It might be.
And it could be a roommate. You never know. Foley can't quite get it up through the neutral zone. And the defensive for the Watertown or Oahe Capitals are going to try to set up as Bramer holds it in the zone. He's going to take a shot. Foley almost found it on his stick right in front of Colin Lee. Near corner play.
Get Colin Lee in the game real quick here.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be ready for this one as the Oahe Capitals take it up through the neutral zone, all the way down the far side. It's Devin Dodson. He wears number 20. His brother's over on the other side of him wearing number 11.
Well,
held in the zone.
Ashton Grease right there. What a neat guy. What a neat kid.
Yeah, he had quite a night last night in Huron. He was responsible for 7 points. As a shot goes on, Caleb Schmaltz, that one goes out the side, and I thought he maybe had it covered as Evans going to chip it all the way up into the stands, and we're going to have a stoppage of play.
Well, Ashton Grease, 200 points as a Capital last night.
Ooh.
Fifth different Capital to ever reach that plateau. And 3 of those 4 will be in the first Hall of Fame class coming up in April. So
in boys hockey, that's unheard of.
I was just saying, he's in good company to make the Hall of Fame in several years.
Wagner, Wadeen, is it? And, of course, also Ferris.
Yeah, and then Landon Badger, he's going to the Hall of Fame. Wadeen's the one that hasn't been inducted in the Hall, won't be inducted in the Hall of Fame this year at least.
And off the face-off, we got a puck that goes into the Oahe Capitals bench, and we're going to start all over face-off right in front of us, Jeff.
Well,
just outside the zone.
Ferris went to Cornell. Did he go to Princeton?
Yep, Princeton.
He played at Princeton. A good kid.
Ashton Grease and Workus are going to face off right in front of us. That's controlled by the Capitals and taken into the zone. And here comes a shot on the far side. It looks like maybe it was Beck, and a shot goes on there, and the Watertown Lakers chip it out into the neutral zone. Finding it over in the neutral zone is Bryson Bowling. Bryson Bowling has 11 goals this year, and he's really come on the second half of the year. That's senior for the Watertown Lakers.
Well, he plays defense. That's the surprising part.
Esplin's going to chase it down into the near corner, into his defensive zone. Jackson Esplin plays defense for the Lakers as a shot goes off the post and held in by the Capitals. That's Beck, and there's a shot right in front, and that one's going to hit right up on top of the net as the Lakers chip it out of the zone here, controlled by the Oahe Capitals at the red line.
That was Coughlin.
Coughlin's going to try to bring it in and does. He doesn't have a whole lot of help there. Now he's going to find somebody in front. That was a shot right in front by the Oahe Capitals. Caleb Schmaltz is the goalie for the Watertown Lakers, and he's had a couple shots on him already tonight as the Oahe Capitals set up in the neutral zone and going to carry it in. And there's a shot on from the neutral zone, padded off by Caleb Schmaltz.
The first shot for the Capitals tonight.
Yeah, Coughlin has 6 goals this year. Dozark, his teammate, has 7. I should say 12.
And we have a stoppage of play as Caleb Schmaltz covers that puck, and you're going to face off to his left-hand side. Facing off is going to be Andre Carbonell, and this one is won by the Lakers as Bramer carries it out with a little traffic in the neutral zone and right in front of us. And down in front of the Reliabank booth, we're sitting on the 50-yard line in the George Mace Ice Arena. It's the best seat in the house as the Watertown Lakers are going to try to take the neutral zone and do. This is McBride. He's going to chip it down in deep, and Foley puts a shot on just outside the circle. Play continues behind the net. This is Bramer. Bramer out to the defense, going to take a shot. That stick almost didn't sound right to me, Jeff.
That was Hendricks.
That one almost sounded like a broken stick, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Need to flex that a little bit. Make sure that thing's not broken.
Yeah, Hendricks and McBride play the 2 of 6 defensemen they have, and of course Oahe has 6 defensemen as well.
We're facing off in the far corner. Offensive face-off for Foley as this one comes out to Foley. Foley's going to take a shot on, and that's blocked. That was by Beck, and this Foley's going to try to get another shot as he dumps it down in the corner to Evans, out to Bramer. Bramer loses it off his stick, and this pass comes all the way across as coming up through the neutral zone is Carbonell. Carbonell gets it taken off his stick by McBride. Neutral zone Foley. Up to Evans. Evans going to look at a centering pass there. Evans going to the backhand. Can't quite get it past the goalie on that one. Padded off there by Lee. Held in nicely here for the Watertown Lakers is Van Gilder. That's Gunnar Van Gilder. Hard to forget that name. It's the best name in the state. Gunnar Van Gilder. He plays defense for the Watertown Lakers. Bramer dumps it down into the far corner. That looked like bowling down there. He can't quite keep it on his stick, and coming up through the neutral zone is the Oahe Capitals taking a shot there. That's Devin Dodson. He's all by himself as everybody's going to get a change here. Neutral zone. Trey Allard's hit the ice here as the Watertown Lakers are playing defense, and there's a centering pass, and Schmaltz found himself intercepting the pass that he covers, and we're going to have a stoppage of play.
It's still 1-0. Watertown with the lead. I mean, this is best case scenario for Watertown Lakers. You either get the win or go to overtime. You don't got to worry about anything else. You're getting the state tournament.
Yep.
If you don't get a win in regulation, then all of a sudden you got to get a little bit of help to make sure you make the state tournament.
Off the faceoff, there's a shot just inside the blue line for the Oahe Capitals, and play continues down in the near corner.
And you hate to back in.
Right.
Watertown Lakers right in front of their bench, scrambling for the puck, and this one's controlled now by
Schweitzer.
the Oahe Capitals. That's Schweitzer. Schweitzer's going to take it all the way around in front of the student section. There's a shot on, goes wide of the net. And there's another one found right on the pad is Schmaltz. Gloves one more.
Yeah, this line of Grease, Schweitzer, and Beck have 66 goals among the 3 of them and 78 assists.
Pretty good top line, isn't it, for Capitals?
If that's not number one in the state, I haven't heard one.
I would have to say, as the Oahe Capitals are going to play a little defense here, and then picked up by the Watertown Lakers, going to dump it down deep is Wyatt Knopp. Wyatt Knopp already has the first goal tonight. And back out to Esplin. Esplin's going to fire it from his defensive position and pad it off by Lee. Breaking out here is the Oahe Capitals, and this one's going to scoot all the way down. Schmaltz does have to pad it off, centering pass, nobody home for the Oahe Capitals, and the Watertown Lakers are going to break it out of the zone with a backhand pass. It's going to come out to Knopp, Wyatt Knopp. He already has one tonight. He tries to backhand it in, goes a little bit wide. Colin Lee wards that one off. Lakers trying to get another backhand there, and Riefenberger's on for another shot. Can't quite make it in there. Riefenberger's trying to get it back behind the net and can't do it as the Oahe Capitals going to chip it out of the zone. McBride in the neutral zone. And Beck trying to get into the zone. Doesn't stay in there very long, and here comes Knott. He's going to be 1-on-3 if he hurries up here, and he gets it taken off his stick. Of course, that's by Mr. Ashton Grease. He's the captain of this Capitals team and does a great job. He's done a good job for the Capitals for years as he fights over on the other side in front of the student section. Now he holds it in deep, and he's going to carry this one in, looking for a shot, a centering pass. Can't quite get there. Pace is picked up here just a little bit, Jeff. the Oahe Capitals trying to get that first goal, and here comes Evans, going to carry it in off his stick and loses it.
I'm not sure whose hand that plays into, but I would think more along Oahe than it would Watertown.
Yep, I would think so. Oahe Capitals can really do it to you. They did it to Huron last night. 15-2 they won.
Oh, that hurts.
So this team can turn it on as Foley chips it up and over the top of the glass.
Well, they had a 6-0 first quarter lead. What is interesting about this Oahe team is they've outscored their opponents this year in the first period, 52-13.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
That's pretty darn good.
We've faced off in front of us as it carries back around the back of Colin Lee as the Oahe Capitals chip it out, and I'll bet we're going to have an icing. No, it's going to be on net. No, it's not on net. So we are going to have an icing. We're going to come all the way back down.
One of my favorite phrases, the geometry teacher not happy on that one. Didn't play it off the boards quite right.
Geometry teacher not happy.
The angles are not right there from. Taught them better in school.
There's something to that geometry when it comes to the puck, of course.
We haven't blown a tire tonight so far.
No, we have not blown a tire.
Don't worry, I'll be right on it when they do.
So the face-off, of course, has already happened as Oahe Capitals carry it up through the neutral zone, and that one's set back, shot on, was blocked by the Watertown Lakers. Here comes a shot just inside, and that goes right straight into Caleb Schmaltz's glove. And that was Johnny Lyons. Johnny Lyons has 3 goals from his defensive position, but 15 assists as a defensive man. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I believe 4 assists last night against the Huron All-Stars.
We faced off, offensive face-off for the Caps. Going to take a shot just inside. That was Lyons again as play continues behind the net of the Watertown Lakers. Back out to Lyons. Lyons holds it in. Can't quite do it now. And this is Riefenberger going to chase all the way down. And it is going to be an icing. He thought he made it, but he didn't.
That quick stop and the look at the referee and the linesman going, are you serious? That's not icing?
Yeah, you didn't catch up to that one. Jacob Riefenberger, he's one of our seniors. Done a great job for the Watertown Lakers and has had a really good year. He's 5 goals, 6 assists. We're going to face off in front of our student section, and that one is carried out of there by, that looks like, I should know that one, number 32 he is.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, Ethan Scott.
Ethan Scott, yeah, see, you know that one.
Another senior.
Yep, another senior. As the Oahe Capitals now carried it through the neutral zone, and that is Dodson. Dylan Dodson, he's going to fire it at the net a little bit wide, picked over there by Mr. Scott.
Think Scott's going to work for his dad? I would think so.
He might. Of course, Eric Scott, he's doing a great job in Watertown. He's a good businessman throughout town. As Bramer's going to come off the bench, and he's going to carry deep into the offensive zone and stop down in the far corners. Foley tries to pick it up. He can't get it out of there. Play continues in the back. Back of the net is Ashton Grease going to reverse field, and they're going to try to break it out of the zone. Long stretch pass, and that was touched up in the neutral zone by Dozark. That's Alden Dozark. 12 goals for him playing defense for the Oahe Capitals.
And 11 assists. Yeah, that's terrific out of your defenseman. Goes back to the Bobby Orr days.
Yeah, it does. As McBride tries to get it out. Foley fights for it over in the far corner over there, right in front of our student section. Bramer can't get his hands on it now. Foley chips it back out. And here comes Evans. He wears number 10 for the Lakers, going to chip it in deep. And McBride's going to go all the way down, looking for a centering pass. Can't quite get it on the stick of Bramer. Now it gets taken away, and here comes the Oahe Capitals up through the zone. And they're going to take a shot there right at Caleb Schmaltz, and he takes that one right to the chops, it looked like, as Bramer's coming up through the neutral zone. He's 1-on-3 here, and a good back check there by the Oahe Capitals. That's Dozark, and now they're coming back the other way. And it was taken off of his stick, still an offensive play, and here comes a shot just inside the blue line, and you can see that the Oahe Capitals are starting to put it on a little bit.
Yeah, they're starting to get the legs going now.
I've seen White Knott play some pretty good hockey to begin this game. Caleb Schmaltz playing some pretty good hockey. Might be something to do with Jeff Anderson night, I think.
It might be.
Watertown playing a little inspired right now.
That pregame speech, Jeff. As we face off and coming up through the neutral zone for the Watertown Lakers.
Osted.
Yes, Osted in the near corner. He continues to fight for it down in there. And here comes Bowling. Bowling going to fire it from his defensive position. That one goes off the pad of Lee. and bounces out and into the neutral zone as Esplin picks it up at the red line and gives it back to the offense or the defense for the Capitals. More neutral zone play here. Evans tries to keep it in. As centering pass on the red line. Lakers trying to carry it through the neutral zone, can't quite do it as sticks are in the way all the way through the neutral zone, and playing this in the center now. Here comes for the Watertown Lakers, this is Roby. Roby with a little backhand, and that one goes right to Colin Lee. Ryan Roby's an interesting story. He's one of our seniors. Took 2 years off of hockey and came to his parents one day and said, I'm going to start playing hockey. And he did, and he hasn't lost a step.
Gotta like it.
Workus is going to face off. Comes out of the zone now, and this is Scott. Scott's going to dump it in deep, where the Oahe Capitals are going to look for a pass up through the neutral zone. Can't hit anybody through as Riefenberger's going to get right on the blue line and gets it taken off his stick, and up through the neutral zone come the Oahe Capitals. Not a lot of possession in this game yet so far. Both teams just kind of batting it around a little bit and trying to get each other figured out. And you have to think that the Oahe Capitals are going to get a little more possession here at some point as Devin Dotson chips it down deep into his offensive zone, taking off a pad there. And Caleb Schmaltz stops another one. I didn't see who shot that one on the far side, but Caleb Schmaltz is in the way, so to speak, as is Watertown's goalie.
And Dylan Dawson with that shot, and Caleb Schmaltz has played. He's got really good position tonight. He has had been himself in a really good spot all the way through.
As it faces off to the right-hand side of Schmaltz, and a shot goes up and over the top of his head. And back all the way down to the far end is Lyons. Johnny Lyons gets it up through the neutral zone, can't find a teammate that can keep it on their stick at this point, and Foley chips it out and into the stands. That's worth a bag of popcorn if the little guy takes it over to the concession stand.
Okay.
I didn't. Well,
he's just going to keep the puck. He doesn't want any puck.
How about they get one up here? Not too hard, just a little bit of soft one up here, so we get a free bag of popcorn.
Do we get a puck drop in between the second and third periods?
Yeah, we've got a story about that one last time I was with Mr. John Winkler.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
As the faceoff goes, a shot on by Gunnar Van Gilder goes a little bit wide. And
I was listening that night and watching.
Down deep in the zone, Bramer's going to try to take it off there, and he's going to get called for a hold here.
Our first penalty of the game comes with 4:23 to go in the first period.
Wow.
So
typically over the years, though, Oahe has not been a team that's been penalized a lot.
And that's going to be on Dylan Dotson. So the first power play, and this could be a good time for power play. Watertown Lakers with 4:23 left in this first period are leading 1-0. They scored early, and now we're on a Pelican Power Sports power play here for another 2 minutes. Face off goes to Foley, and he chips that one off of a stick. That goes off of Carter Gordon's stick and up into the bleachers. So we're going to face off again, an offensive face off, of course, as the Watertown Lakers are on a power play. Face off controlled by the Watertown Lakers. Does come out of the zone. McBride's going to handle that at the red line. Look out, he's going to almost get picked his pocket there, and he gets it up to Foley. Foley's going to take a shot just high on the circles. That one goes up and over the top of the net, and it's going to carry him back out. And this is Bryson Bowling.
Real quick, Watertown is fifth in the power play, in the standings of the power play at 19.2%.
So the Watertown Lakers are going to try to set up shop here if they can on this power play. Down to Evans in the near corner. Back out to Bramer. And that one gets taken off of his stick by the Oahe Capitals, and that's Gordon, Carter Gordon. He tries to make a run by himself where McBride picks it up, and he's going to bring it up through the neutral zone. Austin McBride, he wears number 17 for the Watertown Lakers. And let's see if we can get this one set up this time, guys. And chipped out by the Oahe Capitals, and the Lakers are going to have to chase that one all the way down. Bryson Bowling chasing into the far corner, and he's going to bring it up. The Watertown Lakers change a couple guys up through the neutral zone. Workus try to go down deep in the corner. That one gets taken off by the Oahe Capitals. They're going to chip it all the way down to Caleb Schmaltz, where we're going to have to start over on this power play.
Hawaii doing a great job killing off this penalty.
Yeah, 39 seconds left. They're gonna get a power play attempt here. They're gonna have to get set up and try this one as Workus has it in back of Lee and gets a centering pass. There's nobody home, and that's gonna probably do it for this power play. As Ashton Grease going to be finding himself one-on-one. He's going to look at the net with his backhand. Can't quite get it over there. He almost looking for a shorty as Ashton Grease. And now it comes up to Riefenberger in the offensive zone. He's going to carry it down into the corner. 5 seconds left in this one. The Lakers going to have to hurry if they get a shot. Doesn't look like they're going to, as Ashton Grease going to find it along the far corner, up through the neutral zone with his legs.
So no shot off.
No
they
shot.
Never got a shot in
Never
that 2
got a
minutes
shot
on the power play. That's great penalty kill as far as Oahe's concerned.
5-on-5 hockey as we're going to have the Oahe Capitals up through the neutral zone. Going to try to tip it up. There's Beck. Lets it go underneath his skate. He did touch it. Goes all the way down to the far end. This is back of Schmaltz. Looking for a centering pass as the Capitals. Nobody there. Now they find a centering pass. A shot on. A little backhand pass. That one's warded off by Schmaltz, and it's going to go all the way back down where we're going to have an icing call.
I tell you again how Caleb Schmaltz in the right spot, kicked out the left leg, got the bad save. He didn't even see the puck. He was just in the good positioning, had the leg kicked out, and was able to kick it out, keep this a 1-0 game with 1:50 to go in the first period.
8 shots on goal for the Oahe Capitals. And we're going to face off to his left-hand side, and that is controlled by the Oahe Capitals. Ashton Grease faced that one off. Centering pass there, can't quite get that one. That was going to go to Dozark. Far side, Grease going to look for a pass over there. That's over to Dozark, and that one goes up and over the top. I think Schmaltz maybe got a glove on that one. But you can see the Oahe Capitals with 1:26 left here in this period are kind of setting up a little bit of offense in this near corner. And Watertown Lakers are going to try to bust this one out of the zone. Nice stick work there by the Oahe Capitals as Ashton Grease in front of the fan section, and he's going to do a little backhand there. Can't find it on the stick. Is a Capitals player down below, and I think that was probably Dozark once again.
Yeah, he's a good little player.
And now Evans is going to carry it up through the neutral zone. Pinched over there by Beck. Beck's going to ride him all the way around the back of the net is Evans, and he's still got control of it. Going to look for a centering pass there. Foley can't quite get his stick on it. He's kicked his skate out on it. And here comes the Capitals into the offensive zone. Not very long. Millen Evans. He's going to try to get it down in the offensive zone.
Whatever works.
Yep, that's at Evans. There's been lots of them, 3 of them. Here's Foley with some nice stick work, and that's going to score. Foley picks it up at the blue line, just outside the circles, and that one's going to get right over the top of Colin Lee. Don't think you ever saw it. There was a few screens going on. 2-0 Watertown Lakers with 29 seconds left as Thomas Foley makes this a 2-0 game.
Wow. This is not the game that the Capitals are open to have in this first 17 minutes.
It's where you want to be if you're a Watertown Laker fan right now.
Right here.
So we face off, and this goes all the way down to the offensive zone of the Oahe Capitals. Capitals looking for a centering pass there. Another centering pass, can't get it. A lot of traffic in front of the net here as the Watertown Lakers get rubbed off the puck in the neutral zone. And this is going to go all the way back down to Johnny Lyons, and he's going to try to set up some sort of offense here for the Oahe Capitals. And this is taken away again by Knopp, Wyatt Knopp. He had his first one tonight, neutral zone play. And Work is going to tap it all the way down deep in the zone. That's going to end this first period. 2-0 Watertown Lakers. Probably a bit of a surprise, but the Watertown Lakers have a little bit to play for here. They win this game, they can probably secure going to the state tournament.
And a win also, and even a point, depending on how it goes, it might end up in the 7th spot in the standings, and gives you, one versus number 1 or versus number 2, still going to be tough, but any spot you can move up makes it a little bit more favorable matchup to try and get an upset. And the way the Watertown Lakers are playing in this first period, even though they're outshot with a 9-7 lead, 9-7 in shots with a 2-0 lead, right where you want to be if you're a Watertown Laker fan.
And Caleb Schmaltz, he's going to stop 81% of them. He's stopped 100% of them so far. He's playing a great game.
And Wyatt Knopf and Tommy Foley, those 2 shots, they're hard to. It's hard to stop a breakaway, and that Foley shot is hard to stop too. And so 2 really high-class shots there from the Watertown Lakers.
Yep. 7 shots on goal, but like you said, 2 of them were some really nice shots, and that's the difference in this one right now. 2-0 Watertown Lakers.
real quick before we get to the commercial break, the Pure Governor wrestling team, if you're listening on Capital City Rock or a Pure Governor fan right now, they are up 33-30 in the state dual championship against Brandon Valley. Upset of the year would be for the Governors to beat Brandon Valley because Brandon Valley hasn't lost in 2 years in wrestling.
Wow.
So they're up in the last match 33-30.
Whoa.
So we'll give you an update when we come back from our commercial break and tell you just how it all finished between the Governors and the Brandon Valley Lynx in that state dual tournament. So we'll take our break. We'll come back and recap the first period. We're going to talk with Jeff Anderson. We're going to enjoy a little bit of some time here with Jeff Anderson in the first period. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey, Watertown Lakers Hockey on Capital City Rock, KSDR, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way.
American.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Join us once again for another exciting 2 weekends of state hockey coverage on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This is John Winkler. Join Jim Lloyd and me starting on Friday, March 3rd, as we will broadcast all 11 state tournament games for the girls varsity in Sioux Falls. Then again, starting on Friday, March 10th, we will have all 11 state tournament games for the boys varsity in Brookings. The boys and girls varsity state hockey tournaments. All 22 games on your home for hockey for Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the capital city area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Caps!
Hi, this is Corbin Beestrom, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
And as we welcome you back here, John Winkler alongside Jim Lloyd, and it is Jeff Anderson night. Jeff Anderson joining us as well. And the first period, it is all Watertown Lakers. A 2-0 lead, being outshot 9-7, but they got to a 2-0 lead. Whiting off with a goal 29 seconds in, and then with 29 seconds remaining in the period, Tommy Foley got a goal from Mylan Evans to make it 2-0. But that's where we stand right now. But it is Jeff Anderson night. Jeff Anderson is with us, and Jeff, it is so good to have the three of us doing a game here together.
Yeah, it really is, isn't it? Like old times.
Right, and just think, next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the three of us will be doing games again.
Dream on.
Jeff's trying so hard to retire. So hard.
And we're not letting him. But we will have all the games for the girls' state tournament and all the boys' game.
You guys do a great job.
Yeah, Jeff, unfortunately, we haven't quite talked him into doing the games with us, but we still will have the games. Jim and I will still have the games. But, Jeff, let's talk a little. You've been doing this for 40 years. You've been doing 2,199. Your 2,199th career game is tonight. So take us through. Tell us your favorite game out of the 2,199.
I think one of my most memorable moments was when I was in Grand Rapids, and they had a kid. That was the '80 Olympic team. that, of course, won it all. And the interesting thing was they had a kid on the team, Bill Baker, and he played on the squad. He got the goal that tied the Sweden game, the very first night they played. We were doing a hockey game that night, and in between periods, they made the announcement that the U.S. and Sweden had tied 2-2, and Baker got the tying goal.
Oh, wow. And he was from Grand Rapids.
From Grand Rapids.
Yeah, great.
The place erupted. You could have declared World War III for the next 2 weeks, and nobody would have known, because they were into hockey like you wouldn't believe. And that was one of the most memorable moments I think I had. And then, of course, they ended up winning it all. And then when they came home that year, we went out and broadcast the thing live. And we were kind of in a situation with another radio station in town. So the guy that went from the job I took his job. He went across town, so we kind of competed against each other, and but he couldn't do things like that. So we could do things like that, and so when they had the welcome home, when he came home, we went and broadcast live, and then of course we went and did the state hockey tournament in St. Paul. And that's when they had the sheet of ice. The boards were all glass all the way around, so you could see all the way to the bottom of the.
Oh, really? Glass all the way around?
All the way at the St. Paul Civic Center, and we did 4 games the first day. This Jim Salator and I, we did 4 games the first day. We started at 9:30 in the morning, and at midnight I said to him, "Do you know where your kids are?" And and then we did the next night. We just had to do the 2 semifinal games because Grand Rapids won the first night. They played the first game. The first day they played the 4th game. So you had to be kind of up for that all the way through the day to get ready for that. Then they won, so then they're in the semifinals the next night. They win, so now they're in the championship. So we ended up doing 8 of the 12 games, which was great. And we broadcast when they came home. So it was one of those years. It was a magical year as far as having a kid on the Olympic team, getting a goal, and of course the kids win it all.
Yep.
And miracle on ice, as they say. And then of course going to the hockey state tournament in Grand Rapids, I think had been there 13 years in a row, the year that I was there. And so people would go, like a lot of people do. Brookings, I'm sure in particular now this year they're home. But in a lot of cases, you'll go and you'll just make reservations for next year, knowing that you're going to be there next year.
Yeah, that's confidence.
That's confidence.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool how that all works. So
you were around hockey.
79,
Hockey
80.
Town,
Yeah.
USA. I mean, Grand Rapids. They had that rink with the big wood roof. Is that
now
the
they
one?
have 2 sheets of ice up there now.
I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been there sooner than I have, or more recently.
Yeah,
than
we
I
went
have.
up there with the boys Laker team at 2 years in a row. But yeah, you want to talk about the hockey capital of the world? That's where it happens.
Well, and then I got a book at Christmas. It's basically like a Bible, and it has all the hockey rinks in Minnesota, high school hockey rinks. And then, of course, like, say, International Falls, places like that, Roseau, Warroad, places like that. And you can go and look at it and say, I remember being there broadcasting a game there. And I took my wife with me on a road trip one year when we were in Grand Rapids. And she went along, and you go to Roseau the first night, and you're actually at one end of the rink looking over the goalie, because that's where the broadcast booth was.
Yep.
And when it was 27 below out, and so what they would do is they would resurface the ice, open up the back doors, the cold air would come in to freeze the ice again, and you'd continue on. The next night we went to Warroad, and it was the same thing, 27 below. When we got home, my wife never went on another road trip with me in over 40 years. That was the only time. True story. She's never gone on another road trip with me on a hockey team.
That's a funny one. So traveling around northern Minnesota broadcasting games.
And we did all of them, home and away. It didn't matter. Kind of like John does now, as far as Oahe. Same idea. Yeah. And I remember the first year that I was there, they played places like Minneapolis Southwest, Edina with Willard Eichel at Edina. Of course, he was a legend. You had, of course, Minneapolis Southwest, where I went to school, and their coach was a legend, and things like that. And they played 3 games that one week against 3 really quality schools, and they got beat all 3 games. So when it came to the following Monday, They got to practice on Monday afternoon, and the coach said, we're not going to touch a puck. We're not touching a stick. You're going to skate for 2 hours.
Yep.
And that's all they did. They only lost 2 games the rest of the year, won the state championship at a 20-5 record.
Wow.
So,
that's neat.
That was fun. When I came back to South Dakota in 80, of course, I was there from 80 to 95, didn't do any hockey. So I had 15 years off of doing hockey, and then I came here and we did, a few games here and there for a year, and then of course as we kept going, it kept building up. And
what's your favorite sport to do? Hockey?
The most challenging sport I'd say is hockey, and I think I probably like basketball as well as anything.
Okay.
But I would say probably my favorite sport has become hockey.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, it's a cool sport. Where else can you play 5-on-3, 5-on-4, and where else can you get a shorthanded goal and things like that? And it's really a great sport. The people here have been great. I can't say enough about the people at the arena. The only criticism I would have of what they do here is when you get a program, you need to have a sheet of the other team.
Yes.
Because there are people that sit in the stands and go, I wonder who that kid was that just scored. And I think that's the only thing I would do differently. But I think
and you've been over the years, you've been a real advocate of the kids and making sure that all the kids' names get mentioned in every game that you broadcast.
Yes. Yep, because you have grandpa and grandmas listening and parents and things like that. That's it. The game itself, the broadcast itself is not about you. It's about the kids and the game itself.
Right.
So as they always say, never upstage your event, and I never tried to do that. Let the game speak for itself, the game and that type of thing. So, but if you can mention the kids, that's what they remember. Is the fact that you mentioned their grandson or their son or daughter, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I remember a long time ago when I started doing games with you. You had said, get the names. And that does take time. It takes a while. Sometimes it takes a half a game to get the game. But you try to mention the kids, and I think that's important. That's an important thing that you've done for broadcasting for high school games in general.
There have been times I've done a game and I thought, man, that was a really good game. So I'll listen back the next day and I'll get depressed.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll go listen to a game and I think I didn't do a very good job, and I'll listen back the next day and I'll think, well, that wasn't half bad. So it's just your own worst critic. And of course, when I was first into radio, they used to make you record your afternoon air shift or whenever you were on and listen back. Well, I did that about 2 days, and I go, I'm not going to last in this business because that's depressing.
Really?
So I said after 2 days, nuts to that noise, you're just going to have to put up with me.
Everybody else is going to have to decide, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the players are coming out. The Watertown Lakers are on the ice right now as the Capitals are just starting to come on out, and they're led by Colin Lee. This is a 2-0 game after one. We're going to start up here in a minute. We're going to hear this second period from that familiar voice, and a voice that we will always remember, of course, and miss. For some reason, I do think we can talk you into coming up here once in a while. But boy, for this second period, folks, take in Jeff Anderson if you would, because this is a voice that's done it for a long time. Don't know anybody that's done it longer than Jeff Anderson.
Well, and when I had actually retired, and I was out of it for 2 years, and I got a day, about 24 hours to get ready for a game. I did the game, and I thought to myself, I hope nobody's listening because this is awful.
The teams are coming to center ice, and Jeff Anderson, welcome aboard, my friend.
Take it away, Jeff.
Lucas, and of course against none other than Ashton Grease, as of course Oahe has it in their own end. Lakers put a little pressure on, but it's picked up here, of course, by the Capitals. They can motor. This is Schweitzer with 25 goals on the year. Takes it back behind the Laker net, looks for a centering pass. We have a whistle right there. I think the net got knocked off its moorings. So 16:42, 20 seconds into the second period. 2-0 Lakers right now with the lead on the Oahe Capitals. Right now, the Capitals may be a little stunned, but I don't think that'll last long.
Music to my ears. Music to my ears.
It is. I agree with you,
Schweitzer
John.
out there, and also Beck on this line against Workus. as Oahe wins the draw. They'll keep it in. Beck at the blue line with a backhander picked up here by the Lakers. Skates out to center ice. That, of course, for the Lakers was the defenseman Bowling. Lost the handle, picked up here, of course, by Pierre. They look out front. I always want to call him Pierre. It's been Oahe for a number of years. I can't quite make that distinction. Picked out here by Dotson. Left out here, shouldn't say Carbonell, but Coughlin. They both start with C. Loose puck picked up by the Lakers. They'll shoot it all the way down the ice. We rattled off nearly a minute, 16:08 to go, 2-0. Right now, Oahe trails in this game, but they lead on the scoreboard in terms of shots on goal, 10-7. Nice crowd tonight. Nice to see that. This is the last home game of the regular season as far as the boys are concerned. Ashton Grease with 21 goals and 29 assists in the face-off circle. Oahe wins the draw, but the Lakers get to that puck. A shot right on goal, and Schmaltz makes the save. Nice turnaround shot that time by Schweitzer. Couldn't quite find the net. Schmaltz had good position.
In a 2-0 game here, something tells me that the Oahe Capitals are going to be hanging around here.
Oh, I think so.
They need to find a way to get past Schmaltz at some point.
Yeah, back out the point. They keep it in. They hold the zone. A shot, a bullet that goes wide. Beck keeps it in, dumps it back in the corner. As Schweitzer goes after that loose puck. Back there, of course, is Mr. Dozark. He's a good player. Looks back out front onto the stick of a teammate. Backhander broken up in traffic. Back out front. Comes off here. Coughlin puts a shot on a bullet that ricochets off the glass. Getting to it is Austin. Plays it off the high wall. Back to the blue line. Picked up here, of course, by the Oahe. Along the near boards, Beck, but getting to it that time was Allard. Cross-ice pass picked up here by the Lakers. Out it comes. And, of course, their other defenseman, that, of course, is Bowling. Lost the handle, picked up here by Beck with good speed. Hounded by, of course, Mr. Gunnar Van Gilder, who hunted him a little bit. Comes back out to center ice there. Picked up now by Austin. Overskates the puck. Picked up by Oahe. They dump it back into the Lakers zone. Beck trailing near side. The weak side comes out here. Gunnar, of course, Van Gilder lost it that time to Beck. Beck looks for a centering pass out front. And a shot out front broken up by the Lakers. Getting on it, of course, is Austin. Wayne Gretzky made a living coming out with that puck back behind the net. Picked up here, of course, by Coughlin. Long stretch pass too far, but getting to it that time, nevertheless, was Carbonell. He gets to the puck. Esplin trailing on the play, looking for a centering pass. And they get it broken up there, takes it back behind the net, comes back out front here, pass left side onto the stick here of one of the Oahe players. That, of course, is Dotson. Dotson out there, shot out front, broken up that time by Schmaltz off the stick of Lyons. Loose picked up here by Lyons. Comes over here that time from Carbonell. Centering pass comes back out front. Played far corner over there. Oahe keeps the pressure on. They hold the zone. Puts a shot out front. The Lakers break it up, trying to stuff it in that time. A nice play that time by Oahe, but they couldn't do it. Schmaltz is up to the task. Comes back out to center ice. Long lead passes, of course, Oahe on their horse right now. Cross pass comes out here off the stick that time. Picked up by the Capitals. Shot on a bullet that goes wide. Comes back out here near side. Centering pass that time by Dotson. Couldn't find the handle. Looks out front as Oahe puts a lot of pressure on. 13:40. Rattled off almost 4 minutes of this second period. 2-0 Lakers with the lead right now at home in their final game of the regular season. Oahe plays again tomorrow. They take on Rushmore. Shot on that time just to the side of the net. Wouldn't go by Dotson. Lakers get in there that time. That's Scott. Broken up that time as Foley goes after him. Used to play defense, now plays offense. Lakers break it out to the far rail over there. They'll kick it back out to center all the way down the ice. And back to get it, of course, for Oahe. And that will be Mr. Corbin Beestrom. 13-13 to go in the period. 2-0 Lakers still maintaining that lead. Period number 2 here from the Mace.
Schmaltz is standing on his head right now, especially the message was sent to get more pucks to the net for the Capitals after that first period.
I agree, sure. and Jeff has said it, pressure by the Capitals right now, offensive pressure.
Oh, offensive pressure, yeah. I don't know that we've had a shot on goal at Pierre goalie. Picked up here, of course, in the neutral zone. That, of course, is by Corbin Beestrom. Lost the handle. This is Workus. Had a broken wrist earlier in the year. Has come back nicely. Loses the handle. Picked up by Knopf. Knopf shoots it a little bit wide. Lakers with a little bit of pressure here. Comes back. That time a shot broken up by, of course, the defenseman McBride. Loose puck back behind the net. Riefenberger was there. Swept away that time by the Oahe Capitals. Comes out to center ice with it. This, of course, Schweitzer puts a shot on. I think he hit the pipe. And it comes back out in a ricochet. Back in the far corner, Workus goes after that loose puck, plays it off the board, knocked down that time by Schweitzer. Getting in there that time was Knopf for the Lakers. Now this is Workus, plays it around the boards over here. Coming up with that puck, of course, is Grease. Ashton Grease, what a heck of a player he's been over the years. Back out comes here to the blue line. He, of course, is senior, playing his final home game tomorrow as they host the Rushmores. That'll be a big battle. And, of course, the one comes out here, centering pass. Lakers sweep it away that time. McBride was there. Johnny on the spot. Shot broken up that time off the stick of a peer player. That, of course, was Corbin Beestrom. Beestrom, as putting a shot on Roby, puts a little shot on Grease right there into the boards. No advertising, though. It's swept away by Schweitzer. In the center zone, knocked away by Roby from behind. Nice back check. Comes out here, Knock goes after that loose puck. Lakers, Ostead overskates it. Kept in that time, of course, by the Lakers defensively. That's Bowling. Here's Oahe with the puck right now. And this is Ashton Grease. Had 7 points last night, back-to-back. Rink-wide pass, Lakers break it up. Johnny on the spot, right in the slot that time. This is Bowling. Puts a shot on, broken up that time nicely by the defenseman. That was Jace Anderson. 11-11 to go in the second period. Still a 2-0 hockey game, 12-8. Oahe has outshot the Lakers, but the Lakers lead on the scoreboard. That's all they care about. They make a big change here offensively, and the Lakers come up with a puck. This is Van Gilder. Out centering pass, the Lakers scoop it back out to the blue line to the neutral zone. Picked up here by Anderson. His pass broken up. Grease comes back to get it. He was working against Bramer. Along the near boards out there, comes out here is Dotson. Now it's picked up here by the Lakers. Bramer puts on the brakes, comes over the blue line, lost the handle. Picked up here by the Lakers, keeping the pressure on themselves. Now they dump it back into the Oahe zone. Anderson over there goes down in a heap on the posterior, and we have a whistle stopping play. 10:30 to go in the second period. Still a 2-0 hockey game.
That penalty by Foley is going to give the Oahe Capitals their first power play here with 10:30 left in this one. You don't like any penalties to give Oahe Capitals any type of advantage right now. We know what the Oahe Capitals can do with a little bit of an advantage.
Fourth in the season in power play percentage at 20.9% for the Capitals.
Pelican Sports Power Play. Raymer wins the draw. Lakers take it back behind their own net. Looking for the loose puck along the near boards. Kept in that time, though, by the team. That, of course, kept in by Oahe, and that was Carbonell. He has Dotson playing on both sides of him. And he shot on, kicked out that time by Schmalz. A loose puck kept in. They try to hold the zone. Can't do so. Picked up by Carbonell. Cross-ice pass there. Picked up by Oahe. That's Dotson. Takes it down the right side. And looks for a centering pass there. Lakers, of course, will appear, or I should say Oahe on the power play right here. Picked up by Scott. Scott back beyond his own net. Plays it back here. Back to the point. Kept in by Anderson for Oahe. Goes deeper into the corner with the puck right there. This, of course, is shot on that time, broken up in traffic. That was off the stick that time of Dodson. Think I could find the handle? No way, Jose. Back to the center ice, picked up here by Lyons. Some names just don't come to you when you get to my age. Comes back out here to, of course, Mr. Dotson. Puts a shot out front. Oh, was swept away, and Schmaltz made the save. Loose puck out there, and of course the Lakers came back to sweep it away. They got lucky there. 9:15 to go in the period. Still 2-0 Lakers the lead. It's up and down the ice, and right now 40 seconds as Oahe remains on the power play. Beck knocks it down with a skate. Loose puck along the near boards. Stick handles the puck along here. Coming out is Coughlin. Coughlin comes up with the puck. He has it now. Little stick handling at the blue line. Looks for a teammate. That's, of course, a teammate. I wanted to say Lyons, but it's Dozark. Dozark is as good as a forward there is, and he plays defense. Comes back out here, the blue line. Shot on that time by Dotson. Broken up. Gets the puck back here. This is Carbonell, or I should say Coughlin. Rink-wide pass onto the stick this time of Schweitzer. Comes to Beck. Beck looks back out front, turns around, tries to get rid of McBride. Can't do it. Both teams back at full strength. 8:27 to go in the second period. This is longer than I thought we'd go. Comes back out here now. Of course, this is Foley. Foley across the blue line. Looks for a shot. Puts it up there off the right shoulder that time of the goalie. That was Lee. Loose puck comes all the way back down the ice. Picked up here, of course, by the Lakers. Comes out here, McBride. Loose puck in the neutral zone. McBride, the senior, playing well. Gets spun around and dropped to the ice. We have a whistle with 8 minutes gone. We've rattled off 9 minutes of the second period. Still 2-0 hockey game. 14-9 shots on goal.
And you got 8 more minutes in you, Jeff. I know you do.
We're into this longer than you thought you were going to be. I love that, Jeff. We'd love to have you a little bit longer yet.
Face-off outside the blue line. That, of course, is Workus. Works down there against Oahe. Picked up here by Anderson. Backhander comes out here all the way down the ice. Van Gunner gets on the gunner as he goes after it, and Van Gilder gets to it. Lucas gets over there. That's, of course, Gunnar Van Gilder. Love his name. Comes back out here to center ice, and Oahe says, I'll take that away. Knocked down by Knopf. Knopf's kind of a little pest out there. A pesky little player. Comes back out here. It's picked up here by Anderson. Anderson put a shot on, but was partially blocked by Van Gilder. Loose puck over there. Picked up, of course, by the Lakers. That was Bowling. Comes back out. They'll shoot it all the way down the ice. And Riefenberger was trying to get to it, but Jacob couldn't do so. 7:20 to go.
He chipped some of the ice up like he's ready for golf season.
Yeah, he really did.
The Oahe Capitals here, you don't really want to say panic, but you do see a little, they're pressing just a little bit more, a little more urgency.
Yeah, frustration starting to set in.
Yeah.
They can't get one past Schmaltz right now.
That's right. Grease, or I should say, over there defensively that time, actually of the faceoff was Gordon. Haven't said Carter's name enough tonight. And, of course, playing that was Bramer, knocks it down. And the loose puck comes up over the glass out of play right in front of the Oahe bench. That was Keegan Kitts, Kitts. He's a sophomore. They have Grease, a senior, but you have Schweitzer and Beck back next year. You have Dotson and Dotson back. They're going to be a very good team again next year, this Oahe bunch. Just outside the blue line, that, of course, was Foley. Foley seems like he's played forever. He's a fun kid to watch, and he's still got another year to go in that grade. Comes back out here off the stick, picked up here, of course, by Scott. Plays it off the near boards, taken away that time by Oahe. Looked for a centering pass, shot on, made the save. Oh, and they score! As Schmaltz made the initial stop, but then it came out front, and Oahe slaps it home to make it a 2-1 hockey game at 6:49. I should have left about a minute and a half ago.
And the way Schmaltz has been playing, you almost have to know that it was going to be the first goal was going to be a rebound goal.
Yeah.
He's stopped the first one every time. He's done it all night.
Devin Dodson with the rebound to score to make it his 14th of the season. Now a 2-1 game with American Family Insurance. Brittany shuffled by a scoreboard.
All right. I'm glad you said that, not me. Comes off here, of course, Osted knocks it down, and with it right now is Lyons. Rink wide pass comes over here at 6:42. Well, they were pressing, and their pressing's paid off for them a little bit. Another shot on, another save made that time by Schmaltz, but the rebound came out front. Lakers back to sweep it away. This, of course, McBride races in the front court, looks for a centering pass, nobody home, takes it back behind the net. Comes it back up there, plays it back out front, broken up that time, shot on, up, and kind of
a jumping catch.
Well, it was a jumping catch, and he kind of did it backhanded, reaching over his right shoulder to backhand the shot. 2-1, 6:19 to go. Period number 2. Lakers with a 2-1 lead. Nice game tonight here at the Mace. Last regular season game. And what fun it was to back it comes here to Van Gilder. Left side comes out here. Shot on that time, broken up in traffic. But I guess it did get to Colin Lee, and he made the glove save.
Still 6:11 left to go for Jeff Anderson to call here in the second period.
If you've joined us late, it is Jeff Anderson night, the voice of the Watertown Lakers.
6:10 to go in this period. The A tournament, Band of May, is going on in Yankton this weekend. The B tournament's taking place in Rapid City. Good luck to those kids. 6 minutes to play, so we've rattled off 11 minutes of this period. Picked up here by Oahe. Gets away that time. The Lakers pick it up. Van Gilder got a little careless, turns it over. Shot on by Dotson, wouldn't go. Van Gilder comes back and goes, thank goodness I'd had to do push-ups for the rest of the night. And comes back out here along the near boards at 5:43. Back out front, getting on it will, of course, be Coughlin. He'll catch up with it in the neutral ice area and fires a shot right on Schmaltz, who makes the save. You got to be looking all the time when you're the goalie. You've got to be heads up all the time because you're going to get it from any place. Comes out here, picked up here, of course, by the Capitals. That, of course, is Dozark. I'm impressed with this young man. He does a great job, and he'll be back next year. Comes back out here in the neutral zone, rink-wide pass onto the stick of Coughlin. Comes back there as they play a little catch, rink-wide pass again, too far for Dozark. Goes back into the Lakers zone. Schmaltz will cover it up. As Scott was racing in, and one of the Oahe Capitals as well. And he wisely hung on to the puck as breaking in look time, that time like it was Schweitzer. Barrett will be back next year. 21 goals, 25 assists so far off the face-off. He's out there, of course, with Grease and Beck. Loose puck far side. Knopf got to it, couldn't keep it in as Oahe holds the zone. They've been putting a lot of pressure on Schmaltz. Where's the puck?
And Schmaltz, where's the puck is right.
I think Jaron Beck shot it. He shot it out of play. He had a wide open net and he shot it too high and it went out of play.
Schmaltz was on his back.
Yeah, that'll give you nightmares.
That's exactly what Schmaltz was saying. Where's the puck?
I think Jaron Beck already said I had nightmares from it. His hands were on his helmet.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe it.
Oh, yeah, he'll see that one in a little while.
Yeah. So face-off just outside the, it's in the neutral zone, just outside the Oahe blue line.
Jaron Beck, he would love to have that one back. He's got 24 goals, and he doesn't miss many shots like that. Wide open
No, he
net.
doesn't. And now they're going to bring the face-off outside the Laker blue line. It'll still be the same two participants with Foley and Grease. And going that loose puck and batted away that time to the Lakers, fortunately, with Dozark breaking in, and they shoot and they score.
Shot deep in the zone there, pretty much on the red line. Caught the back of Schmaltz's skate.
It was Schweitzer, I believe, that was able
it was Schweitzer
to get the crazy
22nd goal of the year.
And you
so
have
I've
to
done
believe
my part.
You have to
I gave
believe
up
it
two
was
goals.
You have to believe it was a
2-2
pass.
hockey game.
You have to believe it was a pass. I know.
hey, Jeff, on behalf of the Capitals, we appreciate you.
Your check's in the mail.
I hope they have the right address. Comes back out here. Along the far boards, picked up, shot by Grease. Nice scoop save with a glove by, of course, Caleb Schmaltz. He played well, has played well up to this point.
That's a tough one, a shot from way down deep hits him in the back of the skate.
Off the face-off, Grease working down there against Mull. Cohen Mull that time is out there seeing his first action tonight. Hendrick goes after that loose puck deep in the Lakers zone. Mull goes after it, comes out here. Osted will get to the puck, nudge it ahead. He'll go to the blue line. Back to, of course, to get it for them will be Coughlin. Coughlin knocks his man down, looks for that puck in the corner. We have a whistle at 4:02 to go in the period. 23-10 shots on goal, favor Oahe.
Coughlin's going to go for a hook, I believe, that they're going to call him for. So right around the same time the Capitals got called for their first penalty in the first period, they're going to go back to the penalty kill. It is a hook for Coughlin.
And that was Roby that got tangled up over there for the Watertown Lakers.
He'll be back next year, Coughlin. 6 goals, 9 assists. 4:02 left. So 2 minutes. It's the Pelican Power Sports power play here for the Lakers. And a shot right on the save made that time.
Dangerous puck there.
Yeah, it was. And that was by Colin Lee.
Say it with me. 2-2 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard.
Woo! That's a mouthful.
As we face off.
3:57 to go. Back here, the Hawaii tries to dig it out, and getting to it was Knopf. Knopf ahead it comes that time. Little turnaround was Osted. Workus was out front looking for a setup pass, but he couldn't get to it. Now he has it knocked away, picked up here by the Lakers. Esplin from the point puts a shot on a bullet that carries wide. 3:35 to go in this period. Loose puck along the near rail there, picked up here by Workus. Winds up with a shot. He had a man out in front. Actually hit his own player. That was, of course, Osted. Picked up here by Oahe. They'll skate in over the blue line. Shot on a bullet that time by Gordon. And Carter with a bullet that time. Lakers come up with a loose puck and they'll break up ice with the puck right here. This is Esplin. Tries to get around. Gordon does to the blue line. Now tries to get around Dotson. Takes it in Takes it back beyond the net. Looks for center pass. Finds Foley right there. Foley dumps it back in the corner with 2:58 to play in the period. Picked up here by the Lakers, Riefenberger. Riefenberger the puck. Looks for a center pass broken up by Oahe. Lakers keep it nevertheless. Back out here comes to McBride. McBride wanted to shoot it. Thought better of it. Looks out here. Shot on that time. Of course by the Lakers. That was Bowling. Broken up in traffic. Far corner over there. Comes back out. Off a stick. Goes all the way back in the Lakers zone with 2:34 on the clock. Still 30 seconds on the Laker power play. I don't think they've had a shot yet on against Colin Lee. They didn't the last time they had it either. He circles around, now plays it back behind his own net. Lakers will have to pick it up here. Don't need to be cute, boys. Comes off to McBride, comes back out here to Foley. Looks out front with a puck for Bramer. Got a little behind him. And the stick it comes, of course, to the Lakers. This is Evans. Evans gets a little shoulder into the boards, and Oahe takes it away. Back out here, they'll play it all the way down the ice, and that kills off the penalty. 2:02 to go in the period. And racing out there, of course, is Dotson. Looks after that puck. He's out there. Dotson and Carbonell looking out front. Bramer knocks it away to center ice. Picked up here. Good hustle that time by Oahe, and that's picked up by Dotson. Dotson plays it back here. A little shot, and of course, it's going to be let go by Schmaltz with 1:38 to play in the second period. Lakers got 2 in the first period. Oahe gets 2 here in the second, so it's a 2-2 hockey game. 1.5 to go. Second period, puck deflected up over the glass and out of play. Nice to have you with us on Capital City Rocks. And it's Jeff and John and Jim, the 3 J's.
Hey, wanted to say you're listening to KCTR FM Blunt and KSDR Watertown. Make sure that we get the legal IDs in before it gets too late in the 7 o'clock hour.
What can the FCC do to me?
Nothing at this point.
And the loose puck, of course, Workus goes after that loose puck. Good hustle that time, and a shot on. Loose puck again. Small steers it to the corner with 1:18 to go. We have a whistle.
We're going to get a penalty here.
Yep, we are.
It's going to be a hook.
It's going to be a hook. And that's on Knopf, I do believe.
Might be Riefenberger, 16.
Yep, Riefenberger.
Think so?
Yep,
Okay.
it's Riefenberger.
You're right.
So for 1:18, a little bit dangerous when you have Oahe Capitals on the power play here for the remaining second period here.
Last 2 minutes of a period are very tough. And Schweitzer goes after that loose puck and comes back out here, and it's picked up by Dozark. Feeds it right side, shot on. Oh, it hit the pipe that time. Schmaltz made the initial save, but he did get a little piece of the puck and a little bit of the post. Back there with less than a minute to go now, picked up here by Oahe. Oahe looks out front. They have Dozark who says, give me the puck, but he doesn't do it. Schweitzer goes in the left side, goes deeper in the corner, looks out front now. Oahe controlling it with 44 seconds to go. Back to Dozark, puts a shot on, broken up in traffic. Lakers get to it. They fan on the out pass, but they do get it to center ice nevertheless. Dozark cross ice pass that time, gets over there for Coughlin. Loose puck out front, picked up here by Beck. It's a 2-on-2. Beck across the blue line. Looks back out front. Lakers try to break it up, and they do a great job there. That was Allard. Picked up here, of course, by Dozark. Dozark takes a hit, goes down. Loose puck picked up here. This is Coughlin skating in. Drop pass for Grease. Puts a shot on. Schmaltz makes the save with 12.3 seconds to go.
We're going to have another penalty here. This is going to be a Watertown Laker penalty. Ryan Roby's going to get a trip.
Yeah, he's basically almost a knee-on-knee with Dozark. Thankfully, nobody got hurt, but it was a trip on Roby.
And Roby, I don't think even knew it. He was going over the bench. He didn't know what was called.
Well, and if you're Oahe at this point in time, you don't want to suffer any injuries this late in the year because the state tournament's in 2 weeks. Off the face-off, that was, of course, Foley and Grease. Grease actually won the draw with 4 seconds to go in the period. Coughlin, his blue line, puts a shot on, deflected off the skate. That'll end the second period. It's a 2-2 hockey game, but actually, as we end the period, gentlemen, it'll be a 5-on-3 to start period number 3 for 42 seconds. Then it'll be 5-on-4 for 1:48. But right now, it's a 2-2 hockey game.
How was that for your the last period of play-by-play, or maybe not?
Well, I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
You said that a couple years ago too, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, and some people listen, they go, isn't that guy done yet?
The period's over.
Oh,
what are they doing?
God. I'm so sick of listening to him.
But I want to say, too, that Jeff Anderson last week, Jim was telling me you came last job, and also how good you are at your job, because it's not a guy that's been doing it for 40 years. You still got what it takes to be a great play-by-play guy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much. It's so good to work with both you guys.
Yeah.
It really is.
It's been so much fun, Jeff, and I guess I would agree with John. It's amazing that how you can step in not having done a game all year. And if anybody thinks it's easy, it's not, and you should make it look so easy.
Well, it's fear that drives you.
and that was
the fear of being thrown off the air.
It's fear of sounding like an idiot.
Yeah. Well, Jim,
you hope you don't.
You are right. That is a big fear. Every time I get behind the mic, too, I was afraid I'm going to sound like an idiot a little bit.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, nobody does it better. And, boy, to stand next to you in the booth for a few years, those few short years that I have, we sure had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. We talked before the game and, of course, and on the air and then after the game. And it's been a real pleasure, Jeff. I can't thank you enough for what you've done for me.
Jim looks at John sometimes. He goes, where in the heck did he come up with that?
We looked at each other a couple different times in this period, and said, where did he come up with that? But
and John and I just think, just let him roll.
And that's what makes it fun.
Yeah, we got 2 years of being able to do all those games in the state tournament together, the three of us, and I absolutely loved every minute of those 2 years of the tournaments. Now I got to put it with Jim by myself. Since you don't want to do it with us anymore.
That's a tall task.
It is a tall task.
You guys will be just great.
But we do appreciate you, everything that you've done for hockey in South Dakota especially. I mean, I know I can't speak enough because I haven't been here long enough to speak for everybody, but knowing what you have done for the state of hockey for South Dakota and the media especially, it is unrivaled from anybody else.
Well, and I'll tell you what, it's not me. It's a lot of people that have helped. It's like the two of you have helped a lot over the years, and it's a lot of other people I've had. Jenny Workus has been great to work with. You know, you call her up and say, what's coming up, or I need a number for a coach or whatever. She knows who it is. Yeah. And of course, you know, a classic example of that was when we went to Brookings a couple of years ago, and I said to Jenny, I'd like to get the Brookings coach on to do an interview, and he doesn't do interviews. Oh. And anyway, she got him on, and we did the interview. And I think he thought we were going to just, blast him, and everything went great, and it was a lot of fun. I don't think I thought he was going to get burned or something, but he didn't. So
I think he learned his lesson. I'm not sure he's going to do an interview with us over the state tournament. he learned his lesson after talking to Jenny for about 5 seconds about that interview.
But it's been people like that have been great to work with, and they've been so helpful. And, you go back to when I was in Grand Rapids and Solitour. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but the guy was great. And, I worked with John Jackson for about 15 years, and he was great. He lives down in Green Valley, Arizona now, and we get together about 2-3 times a year. I either get down there or he gets up here, that type of thing. But it's people like that, and they make it great. I appreciate all the help I've had over the years. I can't do it. It's not all me.
Well, we'll say the one constant is Jeff Anderson.
Yes.
One constant has been Jeff Anderson.
Yep, I agree.
And if without you, there would be a lot less of hockey growing in the state of South Dakota because of what you've been able to do. So,
same goes for what you do.
Oh well. I got a couple more years before I catch up to you, right?
Yeah.
Let's see, I've been doing
you
this.
do, and you're a talent, and I don't know that the people in Pierre know that, but I think you've got a bright future, and if you stay in Pierre your whole life, that's great. Do what you like and be happy with it, but I think you could go on and do something else. But the Pier people are going, shut up, shut up, don't tell them that.
I think my boss might be saying that right now, too, saying, hey, wait a second here. No, but
so,
I appreciate
whatever you
that.
pay them, it's not enough.
Oh, hey, there we go. Okay, I'll take that one.
Keep talking.
Yeah, okay, maybe you should keep talking, yeah. Well, let's take a commercial break. Let's come back here, and we'll have more of our second intermission.
A commercial.
That's right. Second intermission is after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey and Capital City Rock on KSDR and watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites has Midwestern charm and unprecedented attention to detail that provides the perfect getaway. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites provides a complimentary deluxe continental breakfast featuring hot waffles, biscuits, and gravy. They also have an indoor children's water playland, whirlpool and fitness center, and a beautiful backyard patio with seasonal fire pits. Everyone deserves a night away. Call 605-494-2582 to make your reservation today. The Clubhouse Hotel and Suites. Experience luxury in the heart of South Dakota.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it. Join us once again for another exciting 2 weekends of state hockey coverage on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This is John Winkler. Join Jim Lloyd and me starting on Friday, March 3rd, as we will broadcast all 11 state tournament games for the girls varsity in Sioux Falls. Then again, starting on Friday, March 10th, we will have all 11 state tournament games for the boys varsity in Brookings. The boys and girls varsity state hockey tournaments. All 22 games on your home for hockey for Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Confidence, professional care, experience, and diverse care for all ages are what you should be looking for in dental care. And that's exactly what you'll receive from Dr. Marie Thompson, Dr. Joan Umiker, and Dr. Monty Bechtold at Pier Dental Clinic. You can expect a friendly, caring staff who are concerned about your dental health and offer complete confidence with routine checkups, early morning appointments, emergency treatment, and the latest in dental technology. Local dental treatment, all at Pier Dental Clinic. Call 224-5355 or stop by their office at 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pier.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pier.
Hi, this is Jaron Beck, the assistant captain, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Well, as we welcome you back here, and our second intermission report is going here. Apologize for technical difficulties again. Trying to make sure we get this game, try and get this out buffering here to start this third period, hopefully. But we're going to have that third period for you coming up here in just a little bit. It is 2-2. The goals in the period, both by the Hawaii Capitals, thanks to Jeff Anderson. Devin Dodson got the first goal to make it 2-1 on a rebound opportunity. Then Barrett Schweitzer scored, banking it off the goalie of Schmaltz to make it 2-2. Capitals outshot the Lakers in that period 16-4. So it was a much different feeling. It was 9-7 for the Caps in the first period of shots on goal, then 16-4 in the second period. The message was pretty clear going the second period that the Capitals needed to be better, and the message was received and it was accepted by the Capitals, and they were much better.
And that doesn't surprise me. You know, the Oahe Capitals are a good team. They're fourth in the league right now and beat some really good teams this year. And you knew they were going to come out, and they'll be ready to play this third period also.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you got the puck still from your puck drop that you had.
Do.
You get a chance to keep that.
I practiced that sucker. I practiced that puck drop for about a week and a half.
Well, you were listening, and maybe for the fans that weren't watching or listening, we had the Paint the Rink night a couple weeks ago, and Jim was joining me for the call,
great.
and we had the chuck a puck, and I won the chuck a puck, but I was disqualified because is that a real puck too? It's a real puck.
By the way, it's made in the Czech Republic.
Yeah.
At least it's not made in China.
This is a good thing we're buffering right now. No, but I won the Chuck-a-Puck, and I thought about you too, because I know you always say you wanted to win the Chuck-a-Puck. Did you ever win a Chuck-a-Puck?
I did win a Chuck-a-Puck. I had to share it with 2 other guys, so the amount was $45. I got 15.
Did you? Well, $15, depending on what year it was, it gave you probably a good tank of gas. Now it'll give you about maybe half a gallon of gas.
I could get out of the driveway.
Right, yeah.
So John won a Chuck-a-Puck, as he was saying, with a regular puck. It didn't have a number on it or anything. He hit the thing right in the center, and they wouldn't let him win.
They wouldn't let me win, yeah.
He won, but they wouldn't let him.
And guess who actually won? My boss, the GM of the station, ended up winning it. And so,
really?
yeah. And but she did say that to donate some of the money back, so it wasn't for a good cause. So basically, it was me winning and telling her to donate some of the money back. So I'm still saying I won, and I was gracious enough just to allow second place to take the money.
There you
go.
I witnessed you win, John, and I witnessed you not win.
Yeah, right. Yeah, witness me win and not win at the same time.
I think there is a lawyer out there somewhere that would take that case.
Hey. Well, Jock. Well, yeah.
It was an illegal puck. Yeah. It was absolutely a legal puck.
But there are no rules that you say that there's an illegal puck. It was Chuck-a-Puck. Didn't say what kind of puck it had to be.
You're right,
so
John.
I think I still got it.
By the way, these pucks come in handy when you're doing baseball games, football games, and there's a strong wind. They're a good anchor to keep that paper down.
That's a good point. I'll take that puck then from you. We hit the 2-2 tie. Let's take one more commercial break. We'll come back with the third period after this. You're listening to Hawaii Capitals Hockey, Watertown Lakers Hockey on Capital City Rock KSDR, and watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Capital City area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Caps!
Join us once again for another exciting 2 weekends of state hockey coverage on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This is John Winkler. Join Jim Lloyd and me starting on Friday, March 3rd, as we will broadcast all 11 state tournament games for the girls varsity in Sioux Falls. Then again, starting on Friday, March 10th, we will have all 11 state tournament games for the boys varsity in Brookings. The boys and girls varsity state hockey tournaments. All 22 games on your home for hockey for Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Confidence, professional care, experience, and diverse care for all ages are what you should be looking for in dental care. And that's exactly what you'll receive from Dr. Marie Thompson, Dr. Joan Newmiker, and Dr. Monty Bechtold at Pier Dental Clinic. You can expect a friendly, caring staff who are concerned about your dental health and offer complete confidence with routine checkups, early morning appointments, emergency treatment, and the latest in dental technology. Local dental treatment, all at Pier Dental Clinic. Call 224-5355 or stop by their office at 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pier.
Your home and business are important to you, and you need quality furnace and air conditioning products and service. With a combined 50-plus years of experience, AirTech Heating and Cooling provides you with just that service. Call 945-0160 for sales, service, and installation of furnaces, air conditioning, and heat pumps. AirTech Heating and Cooling features the American Standard products. Sales, installation, and service. You want the best, and that's what you'll find at AirTech Heating and Cooling in Pierre.
The Governor's Inn wants to remind you of the meeting space they have available. It's good for business meetings, birthday parties, retirement parties, graduation parties, family reunions, vendor fairs, and holiday parties. Amenities at the Governor's Inn include a continental breakfast, a pool, a hot tub, Wi-Fi, and newly remodeled rooms. Call direct to book your reservation today at 605-224-4200 or stop in to 700 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre. That's 605-224-4200 or 700 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre.
Hi, this is Corbin Beestrom, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
And as we welcome you back here, we are set for the third period. The Hawaii Capitals will have a 5-on-3 for 42 seconds, and then another minute 48 of a power play. John Winkler here. It's time for the third period. Jeff. Oh, there we go. All right, Ashton Grease with the face-off. Jaron Beck to Aiden Dozark here to the near side for Andrew Coughlin. 5-on-3 for the Capitals to start this third period. That shot's blocked off the stick of Jaron Beck, and it goes to the far side where the Lakers will clear the zone. And it will be taking time off. The Capitals so far here 0 for 1 in the power play. Now their second and third power plays right now. Still 20 seconds to go on the two-man advantage. Dozark moves in offensively for the Capitals. Swings behind the net. He's trying to center it. Goes off of a skate. Over now for Grease in the face-off circle. Back out for Beck on the top of the face-off circle on the far side. Dozark will take it now. Back to the point as he walks the line. Throws it near side for Schweitzer. He'll walk it in to the top of the slot for Grease. And now it's back to Schweitzer. 5-on-4 as the first penalty expires. And the Lakers are able to get to the puck, but then Schweitzer throws him into the boards. Schweitzer looking for a pass still with it for Grease off of his skates, and then taken by the Lakers again. A backhander that doesn't get out of the zone, but it goes to the top of the stick of Schweitzer, and they'll eventually find the neutral zone. So now it's Schweitzer back in his own end, although the Lakers are the first one to get to it. Still 40 seconds left to go in the power play. Ashton Grease now will move into the offensive zone. Grease moving in, he gets hooked as he goes hard to the boards, but the referees say play on. And the Lakers, again, will clear it all the way down with 15:35 to go. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. It's going to be first picked up by Trey Allard to the far side. Allard, he gets two different Capitals around him, and taking the puck away is Coughlin. Plays up the boards, but right to the Lakers, and there's a shot that goes off of a body that came off from Austin McBride. And Barrett Schweitzer now on the near side from his own end. A pass goes across the blue line. Grease in the neutral zone with 2 seconds to go. The Capitals failed to score in the 5-on-3, and we remain 2-2 on American Family Insurance. Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. There's a shot, they score! Schweitzer roofs it over the top of Schmaltz, and right after the penalty expires, the Capitals now lead it 3-2, their first lead tonight.
Well, I was just thinking as just before that one went in that the Lakers really dodged a bullet there, being two players down. 5-on-5 hockey, they score right away.
22 for Schweitzer on the year.
Make it 23, his second of the game.
That's right.
So he is one behind Beck for the team lead with 23 goals, and Schweitzer picks up their first lead of the game for the Capitals. They were down 2-0 late in the first period. They scored 2 in the second, and now take the lead not even 2 minutes here in the third period. A 3-2 lead for the Capitals on the American Family Insurance. Brittany Shuffleby scoreboard. Corbin Beestra for the Capitals in his own end will play to the near side for Johnny Lyons. Lyons with a man falling down, blowing a tire. Then Lyons moves in, centering a pass. Goes over for Dylan Dotson. Beck and Grease get the assist. There's a rebound, they score! Dotson, Devin Dotson's second goal of the game. And it's a 4-2 lead for the Capitals.
Rebound goals for the Oahe Capitals, and they're in the right spot at the right time. Coming out with 14:43 in this period. The Oahe Capitals come out in this third period ready to play.
That's 2 at least rebound goals they've had in this game.
And both from Devin Dotson. He's in the right place, right time. What'd you say, Johnny, on the spot?
Exactly.
So the Caps now lead at 4-2 with 14:43 left to go in the third period. They've taken a 2-goal lead and make things much more tougher for the Watertown Lakers to try and come back in this contest. Delayed offside by the Lakers as they'll tag back up, but Lyons now will take it. Lyons a pass over for Carbonneau, and as Carbonneau moves in, it's an offside. Johnny Lyons picks up an assist. As Lyons now with 16 assists, Dotson now with 15 goals in the season. Devin Dotson, that is, with 15 goals. Younger brother Dylan Dotson has 4 goals in the season.
And they're both back next year.
Dylan only a freshman, Devin a junior for this Capital team. Dylan will take the pass, goes off of his stick, and then played up by Ethan Scott. And there's another shot from the Capitals in Carbonneau, and a save by Schmaltz with 14:14 left to go here in the third period. And the Caps still leading 4-2.
30-11 shots on goal favoring Oahe.
And Caleb Schmaltz has played a great game thus far. He's had a couple goals that just kind of got by him almost by mistake on a couple of these, but he's played well tonight.
Yes.
Face off to the right of Schmaltz, and it is picked up by the Capitals. There's a shot that goes off of Schmaltz. The rebound comes in front, and then Schmaltz trying to get himself back up to his skates. Beestrom plays it to the far side. That pass looking for a centering one for Dylan Dotson from Carbonneau. Then he's pinned to the boards as the Lakers move it up and out of the zone. Corbin Bistro will play back at his own blue line, and his pass goes off the boards and taken right by Hudson Hendricks. Hendricks' shot misses wide by a couple of feet. Goes back out for McBride with a shot that misses just wide to the near side, or the far side. Hendricks, a bouncing puck, centering one. There's a shot up on the chest. A rebound. It's still taken out by Colin Lee. Makes a couple of fantastic saves to hold it out. And the Capitals will throw it down the ice. It will not be an icing. Goes all the way for Schmalz. He swings at it, but fans on it, and nearly was taken by the Capitals. Boy, the things have really opened up here in the first part of this third period. Corbin Bistrom has this played here to the middle of the ice, picked off by the Lakers. There's a shot from the blue line. That's broken up. Another shot from, I believe, McBride, and it will be played to the corner. It is Austin McBride that has it again. His pass back for Allard for Knopf is broken up. Then Carter Gordon throws it across ice for Dylan Dodson, but it's stolen away by the Lakers. There's a shot off of a shin pad that goes all the way over to the concession stand window as it goes out of play. That was from Brayson Broling, the block shot that nearly broke a window.
A little extra meat with your popcorn.
I was going to say, it might be a little bit crunchy popcorn there. A little bit crunchier than you want it to be. There's a loose stick that for the Capitals, somebody's going to retrieve it. 12:55 left to go here in the third period. Face off to the left of Lee. It's won by the Capitals, and Jay Sanderson will play it around the boards to the near side. Chipped off the boards by Pfeiffer, but out of the zone. It's held in by Bowling. Comes back here for Keller Herman. His pass across ice off of a stick, and now taken by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer had his pocket picked for a moment, and now it's picked up by Jackson Workus, where it's now given away. And then a good stick from Keegan Kids to push it into the zone, where it's grabbed by Gunnar Van Gilder. Van Gilder on the near side. His pass goes up for Knopf. And Knopf plays it across, but that's broken up by Anderson. And then Anderson moves it in from the defensive spot. He'll play it off the boards, off the side of the net. Centering pass that goes off of Schmalz, and then a shot by Gordon that was broken up in traffic. And a bouncing puck still grabbed here. Pfeiffer over for Kitts. From the top of the face-off circle, a save is made. The rebound, and another save. Comes back over for Kitts. Another chance, but that one was broken up before it got to his stick. And then Anderson throws it across ice. Kitts looking to center it. That goes off of Schmalz. He's making another save. He has been busy here to open up this third period. That goes off the referee, so it stays in the offensive zone before it's eventually picked up by the Lakers and carried to the neutral zone. And then Anderson lost his stick. That one was swung away by Wyatt Knopf. And now it's Keller Herman that will pick it up, and his cross-ice pass for Carter Gordon. Got to the red line, and he dumps it in to go off for a change. Ethan Scott now from the near side as he picks it up. He lost the puck. He had lost it to Dozark for a moment, but then he couldn't handle it. So now it's Bramer moving back in for the Lakers, and a good stick again by the Capitals. As this played here on the near side, right at the Capitals bench and just outside the zone. Ashton Grease racing to it. Grease will move in, the captain for the last 2 years for the Capitals. Backhand pass for Beck, and a one-timer that goes off of a body and wide. Grease goes back out to the point. That goes out of the zone, so the Capitals can't touch it. They do anyway, and it's an offside. Schweitzer didn't realize that puck was offside.
Not so sure they were going to call that there for a second.
Right, that would have been a good one-timer if they would have called it.
Yeah.
Talk about a no-look behind the back pass.
It was nice, wasn't it? Ashton Grease.
Yeah, it was a beauty.
11:01 left to go here in the third period, and a face-off just outside the Watertown Laker end. 4-2 lead for the Capitals, and they have peppered already 9 shots on Kimball Schmalz in this third period. Where you look for the Watertown Lakers, they've gotten just 3 shots through the first near 7 minutes of this the third period. Hard to say the third period when I haven't done play-by-play for the first 2 periods.
Where have you been?
Yeah. As it's dumped in, it goes behind the net. That's actually going to be an icing call with 10:43 left to go here in the third.
And the Lakers, at this point with 10:43 left in this game, they need to just hang around, find a goal here somewhere along the line. But I still see the Lakers playing with a little bit of confidence. I mean, I think they're still into this game.
Yeah, one shot here to make it 4-3 at any point here in the next 5 minutes makes this a very interesting hockey game down the stretch. And even if you don't pick it up in the next 5 minutes, as long as you get that shot, as Ashton Grease was a little slow to get up, he is still slow to get to his skates, but the pass goes back out. McBride winds up with a high slap shot, and that goes all the way up into the second deck above the concession stand in the warming room.
That's as high as a puck can go in the George Mace Ice Arena.
I was going to say, outside of shooting through the roof itself, and the way McBride wound up for it, I'm kind of surprised it stayed inside the building. Here's a face-off here that's won by the Watertown Lakers as it's Bodo chipped out of the zone, and Barrett Schweitzer off the goalpost. That might be his 4th post that he's hit tonight. Schweitzer again back for Dozark behind the net, trying to center one, but no one there for the Capitals. Taken by the Lakers, but not out of the zone. Held in by Dozark as he throws it across to the corner. Ashton Grease from the near side or for the far side. That puck was left on the side of the net and picked up by Watertown, where it's moved up and out of the zone. Ryan Roby now towing the line, staying on side of the Lakers as it was dumped in off the stick of Conley. It was a good job there by Logan Ostad to make sure he stayed on side as the Lakers came in. They still have it on side right now. Just played around to the near side where it's Ethan Scott to get to it. Brayson Bowling to get to it first. That shot went just wide. And now we get a whistle and a penalty coming up. And Aiden Dozark gets called for a rough. So that'll be his just his first penalty of the night. But Dozark gets called for a rough with 9:42 left to go. And as Jim said, here's your opportunity. Pelican Power Sports power play. Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill for the Hawaii Capitals.
Yep. If you're the Lakers, this is where you want to be right now. 9:42 left in this game. Power play time right here for the Lakers.
Lakers are 0 for 2 so far. Lee will cover that up quickly with 9:39 left to go here in the third period. 2 seconds gone in that power play right now. So 1:58 left on the main advantage for the Lakers. Again, looking for their first goal and their third chance now tonight. As Bowling will play it around here to the near side. Carter Gordon racing to it for the Capitals, but 3 different Lakers surrounded him, so the Lakers get the puck back, and now it's Jake Bramer with a shot off the side of the net. And still played here by the Lakers. Looking to circle the wagons. The pass goes across off the stick of Bramer, but stays in off of the glass. And now back down to the near side corner where Bramer will get to it. Poke checks it along. Picked up here by Tommy Foley. Played back to the near side. Austin McBride with a stick handle around Gordon as he plays on the near side again. Back over to the corner. Bramer will pick it back up. That shot looking to maybe get short side on Lee. Goes back out of the blue line on the far side for Bowling. And then the Capitals get to it first, and Corbin Beestrom drops down to a knee like he's shooting a one-timer, and he throws it down the ice to clear the zone. 1:05 left to go in the power play. Get a chance to say, Tommy Foley is one of my favorite names to say in all of hockey. Love to say the name Tommy Foley.
Yeah.
As Austin McBride will bring it in. Give the puck back to Foley. McBride in the corner of the near side. Comes over here. There's Tommy Foley now with it to the point. Foley walks it in. That shot, he scores! He scores!
Tommy Foley!
Tommy Foley with the goal!
And that's 2 tonight.
That's 2 for Tommy Foley. And the Capitals now lead it by 1, 4-3. Power play goal for Mr. Tommy Foley.
And Laker fans love the name also, John.
Especially right now. Why wouldn't you?
Especially right now. That's a great name right now.
His 9th goal of the season, 2nd of the night. Power play goal with 8:29 to go. And it's 4-3. And
big goal for the Watertown Lakers. That puts them in the game.
And as the Watertown Laker fans were probably cursing Jeff Anderson for the 2 goals of the Capital score, the Capital fans are now cursing me for talking good about Tommy Foley. Bramer gets the assist, and so does Austin McBride. There's a shot that goes off the blocker of Schmaltz. Another chance there for Devin Dawson, who's looking for a hat trick. 8:05 left to go in the third period. As I said, if they get a goal in the next 5 minutes, which was about 4 minutes ago, things are going to be really interesting here down the stretch, and they've become very interesting with a 4-3 score with 7:50 left to go in the third period. Back behind the Watertown Laker net is picked up here on the near side as it's going to be played up the boards by Evans. Make that by Jackson Esplin. Now a pass centering one for Dodson. Didn't get all of that shot. Ethan Scott now will pick it up, and his pass goes to the near side. Dylan Dodson was going for a change, so he didn't see that puck coming over to him. And then it's played back in the neutral zone where Scott will pick it right off the boards. And then the man blew a tire. That was Devin Dawson that blew a tire for you, Jeff Anderson. As it played
2 tonight.
2 tonight here on the near side. They just waited for me to start saying blowing a tire. As it's played out for Johnny Lyons. He walks in the offensive zone. That's broken up. Good stick there from Gunnar Van Gilder.
It's more fun when you do it.
And then Chase Anderson now will push it into the zone as he'll go off for a change. Or he's still on the change, but now Tommy Foley will pick it back up again. He's looking for a hat trick. Foley moving in, never got a shot away. And a good play there by the Capitals because they did not take a penalty on that either. And now it's Barrett Schweitzer back in the neutral zone. As he'll carry it on a strong wing. Swings wide, that shot goes high. Goes back to the blue line, held in by Anderson. His shot goes off the stick of Foley. And Tommy Foley is all over the ice right now after scoring his 2nd of the game. Tommy Foley will pick it back up again. Foley moves in. That shot in a glove save like a catcher for Conley on the back end with 6:35 to go in the whistle.
Nice shot right there by Tommy Foley, right between two players. I don't know how he got that to the goalie. He's going to go take a break. He had a good shift there.
He sure did.
I'm telling you what, I probably shouldn't have started talking good about Tommy Foley. For Capitals fans, I probably should have started talking good about Tommy Foley. There's a bouncing puck at the blue line. That was nearly held in by McBride, and he'll swing it back in. The Lakers are already tagged back up. So Andrew Coughlin here for the Capitals. He throws it up and into the bench and in the penalty box, and that was a little bit higher. It was coming up here, and I'm not sure what Andrew Coughlin, I don't know if he was trying to throw it at me. Maybe he heard me talking.
I was ready for that one. It was just a little bit short.
You could have got free popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
After you lost your teeth.
I was going to say, either that or a trip to the hospital.
I don't know if it would have been worth it.
Dozark to the near side here for Jaron Beck. And Beck will move it in onside. Capitals had 4 guys in onside at the same time. Dozark trying to swing around with a shot. Couple of players tumble in front of Schmaltz. Makes a big wall in front of Schmaltz. But now the Lakers will move into the neutral zone. Beck and a Watertown player, Trey Aller, gets tangled up a little bit, and then it's dumped back in. And from Hudson Hendricks. 5:50 left to go here in the third period. That goes back in the crowd. We've seen a lot of pucks make their way to the crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
Holy moly, we've had a lot.
Giving away popcorn in the concession stand, they can't make it fast enough.
I think Jenny Workus was making the popcorn earlier on.
She was.
She does everything.
5:51 left to go here in the third period. Faceoff will be to the left of Lee. Lakers are down by 1, 4-3 on the American Family Insurance Brittany Shufflebine scoreboard. Back to Esplin on the point on the far side. This pass is broken up. It goes off the glass by Anderson, but now picked back up by the Lakers again behind the net. As Jeff had said earlier, the place where Gretzky made it famous. And it's played, that was by Jackson Workus, and then misplayed by Esplin. So now it's back the other way for the Capitals as Carter Gordon moves in. He'll swing it around from the far side to the near side of the corner where Riley Pfeiffer will chip it along. Keegan Kitts and Pfeiffer both behind the net, along with Workus for the Watertown Lakers. Now Esplin, a pass goes up, and that's picked off by Gordon, and then his pass attempt was broken up by Esplin. Bouncing puck gets in the neutral zone, and now moving in is going to be Knopf. Knopf had the first goal of the game, but he couldn't get a shot away there. That goes through the middle of the rink, and then we get a whistle because the net's off his moorings. As who else but Tommy Foley was looking for another shot.
So if Tommy Foley would get a goal here, it would be a natural hat trick. He's had the last 2 goals. Knopf had the first one, so it'd be a natural hat trick.
What better way than on Jeff Anderson night, right?
Yeah.
As Tommy Foley loses the faceoff this time for the Lakers. It's won by Andre Carbonneau. The pass goes across here for Dylan Dotson. Dotson with a shot that's broken up. Never got to the goalie in Schmaltz. Then played hard off the glass, and it was laying straight on its side there was the puck, and it rolled all the way down, or it scooted all the way down for an icing.
Well, it's 4-3, and it's probably a little closer than Oahe would like. But if you're a Watertown fan, you like to see a competitive game, and that's all you really want to give them.
Yeah, well, here the thing is, too, if Watertown gets a point, doesn't matter what happens between Sioux Falls 2 and Sioux Center, they will be in the state tournament. If they can find a way to get this game to overtime, they'll be in the state tournament regardless of any other outcome. As Johnny Lyons will dump into the zone and is played around. And then Sioux Falls 2 will have to win that game, because if they don't or force overtime, they're going to be out of the state tournament. Sioux Center will get in as the 8th seed. Here's Tommy Foley that will pick it up for the Watertown Lakers. He moves in against 4 different Capitals, and he lost the puck to Beestrom. And then Beestrom fans at a pass attempt, but the puck comes right back to his stick. And then Beestrom shoulders off a check. That was coming from Mylan Evans. And now it's going to be grabbed again here by Jake Bramer. 4:05 left to go in the third period. 4-3. Capitals still lead it by 1. They didn't lead until the third period. Jake Bramer now behind the nets. His pass looking to the front, and that was off of a stick before it got to Evans. And then a trying to save the puck from going out of the zone was Bowling and went off of Dylan Dotson. And now Andre Carbonneau picking it up at the blue line. Carbonneau moves in. That shot goes off the post. Another post by the Capitals. If we were playing a game of hitting the post, the Capitals have run time right now. They've hit so many posts in this game, but they haven't been able to score on any of them. Here is Corbin Beestrom. as he moves it back in the offensive zone. He's able to stand up off a check, but he failed on the shot attempt. And then that's dumped in by the Lakers all the way down where Jaron Beck will pick it up. No icing by the Lakers. Pass goes across, off the boards. Touched along by Schweitzer, trying to run the waist to it. Schweitzer with the shot, and that one goes off of Schmaltz. Maybe went off of Schmaltz, but it went out of play. And I think it didn't even hit Schmaltz. It was just a missed shot, and the puck will come out of the zone with 3:13 to go in the period.
Caleb Schmaltz doing a nice job of squaring up to the puck. You know, he's not giving the Caps a lot of room to shoot around him. He's not very big, but doing a real nice job coming out of the crease.
The face-off is controlled here by the Lakers. They'll dump it in. 3:07 left to go. Still got a little bit of time before we take a look and keep an eye on Schmaltz and see if he'll leave the net at all. As Aiden Dozark will intercept the pass. Dozark, though, he got his pocket picked here on the near side in the corner. It's played back around, and where Schweitzer will pick it up. Schweitzer will turn from his backhand now to his forehand as he still has it behind the net. He's looking for someone to pass it to. That one's bouncing off of a body, and that was picked up and thrown to the far side by Evans. And then Dozark will chip at it, and he'll chop that one and keep it in the zone. Grease, a pass for Schweitzer, and he fans the one-timer because it was played by Ethan Scott, and a good job there by Scott to intercept, to disrupt that one-time opportunity. Here's Coughlin now back in his own end. He was nearly had the puck taken away by Jackson Workus, and it's played around to the near side for Jaron Beck. Out of the zone, Ashton Grease. That tire started to sputter a little bit. Never blew, though. As
flat.
You can say, able to get the air back in the tire. There's a shot by Dozark that's saved by Schmaltz. And then Grease is hit hard as he stays on his, has to get back to his skates. Played back around here to the near side where Grease will pick it back up with 2 minutes to go in the third period. A pass attempt off of a body, and now Jackson Workus will kick it along, and it's played to backhand dump in. Again, we'll keep an eye on Schmaltz here with under 2 minutes to go in the third period, but Ashton Grease moves back in offensively. He's pushed off the puck. Grease will step in front. The centering pass that is broken up by the Lakers, and then nearly a big check by Dozark, and now we get a whistle, and who's the penalty going to be on?
This is going to be interesting. This can change the game right here, depending on who this one's on.
And I
is it on Ashton Grease?
He's looking like it's on him.
He's pleading his case here.
And if Ashton Grease goes to the penalty box, the Capitals will be shorthanded.
Yep, and he's going to. He's their captain. He's going to go in for a roughing. Happened down in the near corner. And we're going to get a Watertown Laker timeout here. And this one is about to get interesting, Jeff Anderson.
Yeah, exactly.
So if Watertown's 1 for 3 on the power play, the Capitals will get a Hermanson Endodontics penalty kill with 1:40 left to go. And all right, guys, do you pull Schmaltz right now with 1:40 to go, or do you let him sit there a little bit longer before you pull him and go 6-on-4?
I'd wait.
I think you do.
I'd wait because this is too good a hockey team, meaning Oahe. They have too many good sharpshooters, good goal scorers. I don't think you can afford to.
Well, and that's the other thing too, is because there's no icing, so you can take you can take the risk all you want to throw it down there because it's not going to stop play, and Watertown will have to go back and retrieve the puck every time.
Yeah,
that's right. You're already a man advantage, though. I think I would let it ride for a little while. You do have to pull him at some point. I really think you have to. Probably not right away.
But with that power play goal too, you're feeling pretty good that you can get another one. And then I think you get about a minute left to go. Maybe the Capitals clear the zone. You say, okay, first time or second time they clear the zone, or that time they clear without a minute left. That's when we're going to pull the goal in.
If you're a Laker fan, this is exactly what you're looking for.
Oh yeah,
this is it. This is where you want to be.
Give yourself a shot here to get a point against this Hawaii Capitals team.
And that's all you're looking for. You're looking for a point for the state tournament to secure yourself in the state tournament. That's what it's about right now.
And this next minute 40 is maybe the season's not quite on the line, but you can treat it like it's on the line. The Capitals win the face-off on the penalty kill. That won't go out of the zone. It wasn't held in by Austin McBride. Schmaltz is still in net right now. 90 seconds left to go here in the third period. A power play for the Watertown Lakers, Pelican Power Sports power play. Austin McBride moving in, looking for an opportunity. He gets taken down, and now Johnny Lyons will clear the zone. Schmaltz will come out of his net to play it, and we'll see if maybe he goes off for the extra attacker yet. 1:10 left to go in the third period. Schmaltz is starting to slowly move in. Not quite yet, still not moving yet, as the Capitals will clear it one more time down. And I think this is the time where you have to get Schmaltz out of the net. With 55 seconds to go in the third period. Doesn't matter how much time is left on the power play. Schmaltz is going to follow.
Here he goes.
It's going to be 6-on-4 now. And then Tommy Foley, but as the whistle blows, the penalty or the goalie has to be at the bench before the extra attacker comes on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
So if the goalie doesn't get to the bench and get on the bench, you can't get that extra attacker out. It's not a penalty for too many men, but
and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, the face-off will be at the neutral zone, right at center ice. So you have to wait for the goalie to get to the bench. Once he gets on the bench, then you get your extra attacker out there.
And as soon as the Lakers get deep in the offensive zone, he's coming.
48.6 left to go here in the third period. The Capitals win the face-off. This is a big win for the Capitals right there in the face-off, so they can clear more time. And now Schmaltz, as it's played around, Jaron Beck's to win the race to it first. Beck shorthanded with 35 seconds of shot, and a save is made. Schmaltz has got to get to the bench quickly here. And now the Watertown Lakers, Austin McBride. He stops at the blue line. They do have the extra attacker now with 25 seconds to go. Pass goes to the empty space. It's going to be played by Tommy Foley. He'll play it around with 18 seconds left to go. McBride will back it up to the blue line. His shot goes off the stick of Foley and it goes wide. Grayson Bowling will try and pinch in. Tommy Foley again with 10 seconds. Now back for McBride, down to 7 seconds. The shot goes off the body and goes wide. Down to 5 seconds to go. Bowling throws it to the net. Save is made by Lee. It's still loose. It's picked up by Lee, and we get a whistle with 1.6 to go here in the third period. And now the Capitals just need one more face-off win to finish off the win over the Watertown Lakers.
That was a good attempt there where they had a rebound opportunity. With the Watertown Lakers, just so much traffic in front of the net. 1.6 seconds left in this one. Timeout Lakers.
I thought they already took the timeout. I guess the Capitals took the timeout.
Oh, he pointed Lakers timeout.
He did
both
put the
times.
Lakers timeout, yeah. So the Capitals must have taken that timeout the first time after they got the penalty.
Yeah.
But and I think, too, for the Capitals to take that timeout because you had your best penalty killer in Ashton Grease in the penalty box, so you had to really talk about it, and you had to give yourself a little bit of time to get some rest.
Right.
Because Ashton Grease is one of their best penalty killers. He's their best overall player. So I think it makes sense that they took the timeout to the Capitals.
And right now for the Watertown Lakers with 1.6, it's a drop of the puck on the faceoff, and it's a one-timer, really.
Yeah, if you're not playing that puck back, you're shooting the puck and maybe getting a rebound.
It's a one-time shot here with 1.6.
Now the Capitals did score. Now it wasn't off the faceoff, but they did score to tie a game up with 1.9 to go against Sioux Falls 1 earlier this season.
Bramer, though, takes the faceoff.
And I'm guessing he's going to slap at it.
So here's the puck drop with 1.6 to go. Bramer will try and shoot it. He does shoot it. Lee makes the save, and that's the whistle, and the buzzer sounds, and the Lakers get the opportunity to get that shot away.
That's a great attempt.
What a shot it was by Bramer, and a good save by Lee, and the Capitals come away with the win, 4-3, out-shooting the Lakers 35-19 in the hockey game. And we'll see now. The Lakers have to wait to see what happens between Sioux Falls 2 and Sioux Center to see if they're going to get in the state tournament. All they need is that game to go to overtime, and they'll make the state tournament, or Sioux Falls 2 to win. They'll end up in the state tournament coming up in 2 weeks. But Jeff, what a fun night it was. What a fun night it was here with you.
Exactly. Yeah. There's one person I would like to thank. Kirk Crawford.
Yes.
Back at the station, he's helped us out immensely.
Yeah.
Over the last 3 years, with all the extra things you have to bring along now, equipment-wise, things like that.
Yeah. There was a time there he handed us a computer.
Yeah. And with the streaming, the computer, that whole bit, we'd be lost without him. He's been a goal. He's been great. He's our MVP.
Yeah, he's always the MVP.
He really is. So big thanks to Kurt because he's done a great job.
Well, we will take one more commercial break, and we'll come back and we will wrap up what has been a fun night. Capitals do win 4-3, but we got one more commercial break, and we're going to be talking about Jeff Anderson a little bit more before we wrap up tonight. So one more commercial break. We'll come back with the post game. You're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey, Watertown Lakers Hockey on Capital City Rock, KSDR, and you're watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
With any dream, the wind won't always be at your back, the sun won't always be shining, and some rain is going to fall. American Family Insurance is like a good solid roof that you can trust to protect your biggest dreams. With plans that could save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. Also, you can continue to dream fearlessly, no matter what comes your way. American Family Insurance.
Visit mfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact the Brittany Shufflebind Agency, LLC, 224-6627.
Weatherall Roofing and Insulation is a family-owned business that has served Central South Dakota for over 25 years. Weatherall Roofing and Insulation specializes in metal roof restorations and flat roof repair. They also offer the highest quality insulation using closed-cell polyurethane foam and blow-in fiberglass. For all your roofing or insulation needs, make Weatherall your first choice. And remember, just foam it.
Imagine your backyard turned into an outdoor oasis. Hi, this is Jason with Leisure Palace. Imagine sliding into a hot spring spa and having the jets pulsate and rejuvenate your body, then take a few steps into your own outdoor pool, swimming and enjoying time with family and friends. At Leisure Palace, we have a great selection of spas, pools, and many other items. The guaranteed lowest prices and your oasis for family fun and relaxation. Leisure Palace of Pierre.
Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics aims to provide treatment that is not only comfortable, but has a quality-first emphasis. We believe that by preserving as much healthy tooth as possible, we can help you retain your natural teeth longer. This is accomplished with state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics, 1709 North Lincoln Avenue in Pierre. At Beck Motor Company, transports have been arriving and inventory is looking good. New, pre-owned, certified pre-owned, all price range, all makes and models. During the month of February, just to sweeten the deal, we have dinner certificates with every purchase. They can be used in most any restaurant in Pierre and Fort Pierre. See your inventory at beck-motors.com. Beck Motor Company in Pierre.
We're making a great deal better.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the capital city area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the parts you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux Avenue in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your locally owned independent auto parts store, 500 West Sioux in Pierre. Go Caps!
Hi, this is Jaron Beck, the assistant captain, and you're listening to Oahe Capitals Hockey on Capital City Rock and watching it on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports.
Well, as we welcome you back here into the post-game show, the Oahe Capitals, they pick up a 4-3 win over the Watertown Lakers, and what a fun game it was. Watertown Lakers actually led 2-0 after one period, and the Capitals had to come back and score 2 goals in the second to tie it 2-2. It was Knopf and Foley scoring in the first 2 goals. It was first 29 seconds and the last 29 seconds that they scored the 2 goals in the first period. And then Devin Dodson and Barrett Schweitzer both scored in the second period to tie it 2-2. Schweitzer and Devin Dodson both scored again to make it 4-2. And then a 4-3 score with Foley getting his second on the power play. And that was the final score of the game. The Capitals outshot the Lakers 35-19 in the win for the Caps. As John Wickler, Jeff Anderson, Jim Lloyd, welcome you back to Jeff Anderson Nights. And Jeff, I mean, could you, outside of a Laker victory,
fun.
I was going to say, outside of a Laker victory for you, could you have asked for a better game?
No, it's been fun. That's all you hope for is a good game.
Yeah.
And I've always appreciated the fact that you can mention you guys are good for this. If a player on the other team is doing well, you're not homers. You point out the good things that other players do. You're promoting hockey all the time. If it's another player or not, you're pointing out their good play.
Yeah. And I will say, too, as a Capitals broadcaster and as a fan, Tommy Foley for the Watertown Lakers, fantastic night. Not just because I like saying his name, but he had a fantastic night with those 2 goals and 2 big goals for the Lakers that nearly got them an opportunity to tie this one up late in the third period.
And he's going to be our Subway player of the game because he did have a great game tonight. So Subway is going to give him a Subway that they've done all year long. Subway's been so good for a player of the game. So Tommy Foley will be our Subway player of the game tonight.
I'm jealous of that one.
Sounds good.
but
you drive carefully.
Well, I'm going to ride. I'm going to ride carefully.
You're going to ride carefully? Good.
Mike,
many thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad that you were
Thanks
able to.
for coming.
Yeah, I'm glad that I got a chance to come out here and be able to be a part of Jeff Anderson night, because every night's Jeff Anderson night here at the Mace Arena.
Yeah, Jeff is. We can't say enough, Jeff. It's been surely fun, and I know you won't be a stranger to Laker hockey. And this booth is always open to Jeff Anderson. Hey, maybe we'll get you over to that new rink, and you can spend a little time up in that booth.
2,200th game at the new rink.
We spent, let's see, what is it, $34 million or $36 million or $32 million, and they don't have a booth for the broadcasting.
Well, that's because you're retiring, so they didn't think about Jim. They were only thinking about you.
They're going to put you over in a corner, like over there, and that's fine. They do that in Aberdeen. They put you in a corner, but you don't have a booth. And, of course, the guy that's building the rink said, well, that's because where they would have a booth is where they can sell seats.
Right. Jeff, you told me a story one time. We got just a second here. Where's the weirdest place you've broadcasted from? You've told me.
Well, I've broadcast from some goofy places. One time we did a game in Chester. It was a basketball game, and they put you, as you walked in the door, they had a little platform, and that's where they put you. And so there was room for a table, 2 chairs, and if you got up and got a little crazy, you'd be off the platform. and then, of course, the bleachers came down as such so that you couldn't see into the corner. The bleachers the people blocked the corner. So when we get to the end of the game, a kid hits, of course, the winning shot from the corner, and you have no idea who it was because you couldn't see him.
The stories are endless, Jeff. I always like to listen to your stories, and John and I, we just take them all in.
And then I did a game one night in Hibbing, and we were on the second tier because they had 2 tiers, and we sat where I sat. A lady used to always sit, so she said to me before the game started, well, don't be surprised if I spill a beer on you.
Did she spill beer on you?
No.
Oh, okay.
But and Grand Rapids ended up winning 11-5. So about the 7th goal, I'm standing there going, yes. She got up and left.
I don't know. That was the time that she was going to spill the beer on you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So, you can tell. You have stories from all kinds of people, and that's the beauty of it.
Well, is there any chance you can make some more stories next weekend and the weekend after at Sioux Falls and Brookings?
Oh, I think you two will be just fine.
Well, you are welcome at any point over those 2 weekends, because I think Jim and I can handle it, but we certainly we would not shy away from having you join us at any point over the next 2 weekends.
Well,
always welcome.
Brookings is not too far to go, and Sioux Falls isn't too far to go, so that's kind of cool. And I would hope that when Watertown gets a new facility, they would get to host a tournament in
absolutely state tournament.
Years.
You bet. That's the hope.
So that would be kind of cool too. So but it's been great working with you guys.
Jeff,
hey,
thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for doing this and staying with us throughout the entire game, doing that whole second period. I was hoping you were going to do the whole second period. I'm glad you did. It was a lot of fun to listen to you. And Jim and I got a couple texts. Everybody was enjoying it. They were having so much fun.
Yeah.
You're the live of the party. You were the live of the party again tonight.
It was fun to ride the Zamboni.
Yeah, that's right.
In retrospect, I should have knocked the guy right out of his seat and taken over and kept on driving.
That would have been good video. That would have been good video.
That would have been good video, but then I go, where are the brakes on this thing?
We would have drove it right outside the base arena. Nobody would have known where you went to.
Someday, somebody's going to ask John and I what one of our favorite nights is going to be, and I'm going to say Jeff Anderson night.
It's this with the three of us.
Jeff Anderson.
Oh, yeah.
You bet.
You guys are great.
It was so much fun doing those tournaments with you. The three of us being able to do those tournaments the last couple of years, and glad we got one more game together. It was a lot of fun.
I suppose you're going to stay in the clubhouse in Pierre, huh? I mean, in Sioux Falls.
I suppose. Yep. Well, they've been a good sponsor of the tournament
That's
year
right.
after year.
They're going to sponsor again here coming up. Yeah.
And of course, what's that hockey place down there?
Oh yeah, hockey headquarters.
Hockey headquarters. I was in there not too long ago. Go in there and just drool as you walk in the door and looking over all this stuff, That's a great place. They've been a great sponsor over the years, too.
Maybe Bert can get you a deal down at hockey headquarters.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey,
it's a great sport.
Want to thank Spencer Kelly back at the station for us.
Yes.
And then
Yep.
you want to who do you
Kurt,
want to?
Kurt Crawford's there. He's
Okay.
probably waiting for us to sign off.
Who else?
Kurt, of course.
Also want to say you listen to KCCR FM Blunt and also KSDR Watertown. Make sure, again, FCC likes us for another hour.
Thanks to both those stations. They do a great job.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming up here, Jeff. We appreciate the night. I don't really want to sign off, but I guess we probably should.
Yeah.
But it's been a lot of fun here tonight.
Yeah.
Of course, the Capitals get the win 4-3, and they will return home tomorrow. We'll have coverage starting at 2:40 on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports with a 3 o'clock puck drop as they take on the Rushmore Thunder. Watertown, as long as Sioux Center does not win in regulation against Sioux Falls 2, they will be in the state tournament, and they will be playing as the 8th seed against the top seed Sioux Falls 1 in the first round, coming up 2 weeks from yesterday on that Friday in Brookings. So we'll have coverage of all 11 games of the girls' state tournament next Friday, all 11 games of the boys' state tournament starting next the 2 Fridays from now, as we'll have it on Capital City Rock, YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, and KSDR.
Yeah.
Here in Watertown. So
might have to catch your game tomorrow.
There we go. Yeah. You got your Sunday plans.
I got my Sunday plans.
And if you keep watching on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports, you'll see the senior slide that the Capitals do. I'm not talking bad about it on the radio because I don't want anybody coming back on me talk bad about this senior slide. It's a lot of fun to watch those guys do it. But appreciate all those that watch and listen. Appreciate you, Jeff, for coming up here again tonight and joining us. And Jim?
Jeff Anderson night. We will remember
luck.
Jeff Anderson night, of
That's
course.
right.
Good. Thank you.
Jim, you ready to start next Friday with 11 games? And then another 11 games after that? 22 games over 2 weekends.
All in a row.
All in a row.
He's retired now.
He's retired. Oh, no. Both of you are retiring on me. You both can't retire me quite yet. But again, final score here, the White Capitals, they beat the Watertown Lakers 4-3. We'll say so long from Jeff Anderson night here at the Watertown Mace Arena.
You've been listening to Oahe Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. The Oahe Capitals are brought to you by Wagner Auto, Hermanson Endodontics, Leisure Palace Pool and Spas, Xander Auto Parts, The Clubhouse Inn & Suites, Beck Motor Company, Brittany Scheffelbein American Family Insurance, AirTech Heating and Cooling, Weatherall, Pier Dental Clinic, The Governor's Inn, and Ferding Electric. Join us all season for Capitals hockey on Capital City Rock and on YouTube at Capital City Rock Sports. This has been a special presentation of Riverfront Broadcasting Sports, Central South Dakota's sports